Good afternoon, good evening. Nice to see you all, wherever you might be. Good morning.
Yeah,
we're watching the Tommy Timber Show. We're watching live coming from New York. This is Jersey J. Thanks a lot for popping in here today. We've got Super Salty in there.
This is a treat,
whoop, whoop.
right?
Looking good.
You guys didn't think you were coming
Thanks a lot
in
for
here
popping
today,
in.
huh?
The salt must flow.
Fun times, fun times. You guys see Santa Claus over here?
Absolutely.
Look, I got Santa.
Looking good. Got this stream coming in from Jersey J. We've got that big news that happened there today. The power stations got shot up there in North Carolina.
Santa, man.
So that's the big story
Santa.
of the day.
How do we get
Somehow
down there to
try
go hang out
and
with
stop
Santa?
the LGBTQ
All right.
drag queen show.
All right, look, hold on.
So we'll be kind of
Trump
following that
paraphernalia.
story
You got
to see what
Trump
happens
store
there
here.
today.
You got hats
Christmas shopping.
and, tumblers. You got sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Anything you want with Trump on it. It's in a gold case with glass.
Everything
so
you
know
want
it's
with
good,
Trump
it's
in a gold
quality.
case. That's funny.
But I mean, look at this guy decorated better.
Nice. I want one. I want a hoodie that says, Donald Trump on the front of it here.
All right, so Trump rocks. The title is set. I see.
That would be
I thought he was more of a
Donald Trump epic. And then I could wear my
wow.
then I could wear my Donald Trump hairpiece, wearing my Donald Trump shirt, and honestly, it would be cool. Thanks a lot for popping in. Two people in the chat here already today. Just started up the stream. Thanks a lot for popping in. We're watching Jersey J. He's live in New York. Checking out what's happening in New York. He was outside. He bought a couple of burgers. He bought some extra burgers. And then he was trying to find somebody to feed the extra burger to.
Hit that like, share, subscribe.
Trying to find maybe a homeless person or something like that. Trump 2024 says Super Salty.
All right, here we go.
Super. Are you right wing or left?
Oh, they got a Trump sweet store, guys. They make
just
it all
wondering.
Sweet. Candy
Super
makes
salty.
It candy.
In the room. 3 people popping in. Thanks a lot for checking out the stream. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show, and we're restreaming Jersey J here right now
man.
in New York.
That is Santa.
He's kind of walking in that Trump tower.
Trump wouldn't
to
do
see what's
anything
going
less
on.
than the real one.
Lots of people there, honestly.
But there he is
For
back
Sunday.
there, guys. We got the real Santa Claus.
Who else is in the
Jen, watch your
room?
six. Oh,
Of
sorry.
course, it's
She's
Super
new.
Salty, Stream Elements, and Mima Flowers. Hey, Tommy and
No,
chat,
you're
freedom
good,
now.
you're good.
I'm conservative.
We're getting
Not right or
everybody's love
left,
for
by the way.
Santa and the
Poll.
holidays today. We're out here at Trump Tower.
Yeah,
This is an
good
amazing
idea.
building.
I'll just say, are you right or
Completely
left?
decked
Because
out for-
we can't
for
track
Christmas.
who votes anyway. But
So amazing. So they got the
let me
grill.
start a poll here. Stand by.
They're eating. These people are having a good time. Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas.
My channel,
That's so cool. We got the what's up from Santa.
my choice.
Look at that, guys. You
My
just never
that's the
know what
new
you're gonna
mantra.
run
You know, these
into with
guys are saying,
us.
"Well, it's my house. I can do what I want. My channel, my choice."
It's you can go and tell Santa what you want for Christmas. It's a possibility. We're just a little too old to be asking Santa for presents again.
Let's get this
But,
poll
you know,
going
we
here,
would like that. Wow.
and
look
we'll
at
see
this,
who in our
guys.
channel, whether we're more
Amazing.
right or
Look
left.
at the feats this guy's accomplished
Are
in his
you?
life before
Let's
he ever
see.
became
Are you
president.
right or left
This guy
wing?
had so
This
much
will be
going
the
on.
channel or the question.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. Look at this stuff, guys. He's got the whole Trump store out here. No way. The chocolates? Yeah, they're chocolate. We should check this out.
I don't
Wanna
think I
check it
can
out?
vote either. Because
How
as soon as
cool is
I
this,
start
man?
this thing, then I look at it and I can't vote.
We're
Are you
getting
right
to
or
have
left
all the fun
wing?
today, guys, right?
Okay, let's start that.
We wish everybody in the chat was with
I
us.
can end it. I don't see any votes yet.
Mountain Dew's probably $6 a can. But it goes
Hopefully
towards
I'm in the right chat. I better give myself a thumbs up. Hey, we got 3 people in the chat. Give us a thumbs up if you can. That'd be great. And check out that poll. What the heck is going on? How come?
It's like gold bullion like we buy.
Oh, yeah?
But it's just fake.
I know that.
Yeah.
I just think it's cute.
It's bullion like we buy.
Oh, yeah?
But it's just
It was weird. It's like I had my chat, but there was no chat in my chat. Okay, there we go. We're doing better here now. Weird. It's like I had my chat, but there was no chat in my... Now I can see that. Oh, did your good friend freeze? My mouse is all over on that screen because this window of Jersey J is in the wrong place.
it's cool.
He's kind of feeding...
We gotta get out of here. We're losing service. I know, but I'm gonna keep losing it.
There we
But
go.
look, there's a lot
So we
of
got the poll
different,
up there.
Wine and whiskey.
What's that? Your avatar is
got
a
Trump
Trump hat.
balls.
Ah, that says it all. Well, no, the reason I thought that, Super Salty, is just because you were fighting
Love
with
it, man. We're in the man's house.
with Brett Boyle,
One of them. Yeah.
you know, and I thought,
One of the houses.
you
Hey,
know,
at least
like
we got
Brett
the,
Boyle is
the
right wing,
official wave
and I
and
thought,
salute
well,
over there
maybe
from
you're
Santa Claus.
a little more left wing if you're fighting with him.
This
You know
is
what I
such a
mean?
nice
It
little
was just
setup they
that
got going on here. The
episode
tree.
that made me
I mean,
question
even like
whether you were left or
everything's
right
just
there,
gold
Salty.
plated. You guys
Just
can't
because of
see it
that.
because of the reflection. But all of this
My
stuff
bad
is
for
gold
thinking that.
trimmed everywhere. Like
But yeah, I
gold
guess that
plated,
says
gold
it.
trimmed.
Says it all.
Yeah, we're gonna head back up.
Who else
Let's
is in
get a
there?
little
Canada,
bit
you need to know.
We'll pace ourselves
You
like that
need to
gentleman
know.
before. We just won't have to have anybody tell us.
We're the
what's
90% that
happening?
want to mandate masks.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, right? No problem for the tour, guys. We want to make sure everyone gets to experience.
You
what
don't
we
vote.
do.
There's elections, not elections. That's true.
Man, what an awesome thing that we get. To
Not liking the woke agenda.
You can live upstairs.
I don't like it either,
It's
and I
so
live in
cool,
Canada. I see what it's doing. It's ruining the country. It's sad to see that.
Yeah,
It's just like these
absolutely.
woke.
And that is
Look
not
at the
just a wall, guys,
North
it's a
Carolina.
wet wall. It's a waterfall. That's a waterfall.
What's
coming
happening in
down.
North Carolina
But look, they got
with
these
the
little
power
fountains
outages there?
that trickle down
Incredible.
the whole
It's
wall.
like,
I don't know if they make real trees.
let me see
like
if I
that.
save that. Let me just,
And yes, Donald Trump did live here.
like right here,
At
this
one
is where the
point, yeah.
power outages are right
The
now.
greenhouse
There's
in
still,
the
what,
tower.
up here you got 2,000 people without power,
Beautiful
9,000,
Frito.
14,000,
Beautiful
11,000.
decorations. You got the whiskey bar
These are the
45
four,
across
actually it
there.
was three
And then for
substations
all
that I
of
think
my,
were shot out
My people out
by
there in the world, count
a
flags,
so-called terrorist,
count all that,
presumably
do all your
because of a drag
investigating
queen
into
show
all
that was going on
if you'd like.
in North
Giving you
Carolina.
ideas, telling you,
So that's quite the breaking story
Ken and
there.
I have been
Happened
to
overnight.
events.
I
We were
reported
front
on
row
that
over
last
at
night.
Trump's rally up in
breaking
PA. We
when
got
it
to
first
see Eric
started.
Trump, General Flynn, basically everybody. Oh, they got the little 45 tree. Where's Donna? I bet Donna and Stryker and everybody be freaking out. What?
Who else is live?
like
Red
a
Squirrel is
courtyard.
live. BTM Sparky just came on with a premiere. She's not live, but she's
Am I
doing a
allowed on?
recording.
Okay.
I wonder what
Thank you.
she's
Happy
got a
holidays.
recording.
Jeez, oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
Oh no, she's a worker.
So look, happy
She's gotta make
holidays.
sure
And
she's
if
not
you need
bringing anything
BTM
else.
Sparky,
It's
I'm
her-
here
Oh,
for
this
you,
is
baby.
inside.
With the
This is
live,
inside,
with
outside.
no audio.
So we're
Yeah.
inside.
Please
Wow.
don't
Check
kill
my
anybody over the turkey that's sitting
feed
on your
here.
This
kitchen
is so
table,
cool,
okay?
man. I love it. You got Tiffany and company here.
I love you so much. I'm
You
gonna
got
see
it,
you
babe.
soon.
Guys, inside Trump Towers, the tour. So here's the tour. Wow, it's so loud.
BTM Sparky. What the heck did she have to say? Let's just listen to her words. Hang on. There she is.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. How
Here
you
we are.
doing?
Oh, she does a
Well, we were inside Trump Towers.
This is
I
crazy.
just wanted to reach out to some people
She does a
today, like,
premiere
I know that the holidays can be
and then
really,
forgets to
really
turn her
hard,
microphone on.
and you might need somebody
What the
to
heck
talk
is
to
that?
and or unload on.
Oh no, she has the microphone on.
So I'm putting an invitation out to extend you my generosity. If
The heck
you
is
need
going
to call
on?
somebody. my email is btmsparky@gmail. Just like hit me up. I'll give you the number and we'll just have a chat. You know what I'm saying?
So we're
The
just taking
holidays
a
are
couple
coming,
minute break,
y'all.
guys.
Like, family is
because, walking
stressful.
around all this time.
People stress
Doesn't
us
matter.
out. People got issues.
I just have to check my sound
They got
settings here
issues. Oh my gosh.
to make sure there's not something goofing up
So
on me
look, happy
here.
holidays,
that
and
break
if you
for a
need
little bit ago.
BTM Sparky, I'm here for you,
That's the pretty
baby.
one.
Just shoot me out.
Right there. Not me.
Shoot me an email.
Voice meter input.
Please don't kill anybody over the
Pretty?
turkey that's sitting on your Christmas
ugly.
table, okay?
Pretty?
I love
Who's
you
in
so
the back?
much. I'm gonna see you
We
soon.
got Mel Wilkes. Welcome
I'm just
to the
gonna
room, little
reboot my audio here, so I'll have no audio for about
Pikachu.
5 seconds.
Sorry, I was like skimming
Okay,
through
we're
before.
back. I just wanted to
Yeah, this building is.
reboot my voice meter potato.
So Little Patriot says hi, dude.
I'm just trying to figure out why. No, I think it's her feed is screwy.
You just let
I'm
me
trying to
know
play her,
when
feed
you
her, and
feel
there was no audio or
like
something there.
to,
Just weird. Okay,
then
let's
we'll
forget about that.
post
Move
up
on.
somewhere.
Who's live? Okay, that was BTM Sparky with a premiere that didn't work. Red Squirrel is live doing his thing. 170 people watching over there. Lots of people watching Red Squirrel. I did a poll there yesterday to see if we wanted to listen to Red Squirrel over here, and the poll came up, I think, about 60% no, that people didn't want to listen to Red. So
I'm gonna
be it.
put a little foot thing on the back of my backpack.
Can't win them all.
Hold on. They make them for kids.
That's the big story of the evening. The attack on power stations in North Carolina. 40,000 people without power after protests in the area for groomer drag
Put a little
queen shows. They're saying guns were used to blow out 4 power stations, at least 3. 3 power stations. I wonder if it's 4 though, because if you look at
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate
the
it.
map that I had up there,
Or am I
this
going
one
out?
here,
Going out.
you know, like that looks like
we're
4
trying to
power
live
stations,
stream, this
but you know, you
event
got
here.
4 major power outages out there.
It's a Christmas
So
event.
the number looks like 4, but I keep hearing the number 3
And then later
too.
on
So,
today,
but whatever, it doesn't matter.
about 3
All we know is that there were power stations that were shot out with, you know,
We're gonna
weapons.
position ourselves to be
You know, this pretty much, you know, almost escalates to terrorist activity.
it's 11:57.
You know, it's a shame that people would do things like that. People are getting frustrated at these,
It's not that.
especially the child grooming things. But apparently, this drag queen event did not involve children. But you know, it's this time. Well, okay,
I don't wanna rush you.
but you know, they're always
Everyone can hear you.
coming up with something, and some of them
I know.
involve children at these drag queen shows, and people are getting pretty frustrated. That's what you see happening, and that's why those things were done. Now, I don't condone any kind of terrorist activity whatsoever. Like, that's not the way to deal with it. Go out there and counter-protest just like
You ready, kid? That's me.
anybody else would,
Yeah,
but
that's why
don't
that smells.
resort to any kind of violence. That's for sure. UHaul, thanks
Alright,
for
Jeff's
letting
gonna
me
take the damn
on last
scarf
night.
into
No problem there,
security.
UHaul. I know I
So
let
that way-
Telescope on there for a counter view
Sorry.
on that, you know, and I maybe agreed with
It even has like don't trip.
Telescope, you know, maybe unintentionally in the case that, you know, I'm just agreeing that he's saying
Come on.
his side of the story.
Go ahead. Let's get this.
And
Make
who's
the
right,
door
who's
for me.
wrong, I don't know.
Hold the 200
You guys are
door.
going to have to get your
We're
differences
gonna
out
cut
there
through, I think.
and come out with some kind of an agreement as to exactly what happened, who's right, who's wrong. But at least you're getting your voice out there. That's the main thing, UHaul. That's the main thing.
Whoever left it will figure it out.
Terrorist attack you're reading. Yeah.
Just trying to be nice.
Mothers who can't feed babies, frozen breast milk, elders on machines. Horrifying.
Somebody will come back for it.
Most likely. I mean, he's going to notice it because it's cold enough.
Arcadilla live, says UHaul. Let me check on that link.
She's out there making friends. There's Jersey Jen.
I could
Hold
live
on,
without
let's
ever
show
going
Jersey
into a
Jen.
Trump tower.
Going-
You know, the
doing
thing
a
that
hero
I
moment.
see is the gold in that tower. Do you see the gold
She's trying to
everywhere? Did you see
return the scarf to the owner,
those
but-
large picture frames there with the gold all around them? It's like all gold. It's all gold.
Let's go. Come on.
Money is gold. Gold is money.
Yeah, I told her you're out there making
Super salty.
friends,
Brett
man.
doesn't like me because I said there is a left, a right, and a center.
Yes.
I also
Good to
can't
make
hate
friends.
Israel with Brett. How can Brett be
Yes.
right when he says he doesn't exist? It doesn't exist.
Friendly friends.
Just too much hate in his heart.
Friends of friends of friends. All right, guys, here we go. We're going back to Fifth Ave. We're walking through Trump Towers right now, guys. We got in here. We're just checking everything out.
Let me find that Neutron.
All right, so here we go. There's all the
Orchid-
flags. There's 45,
Orchidilla.
the whiskey bar.
Yeah, Celtic
Right
Mutt.
here, I'm sure Trump at one point has come through
You
these
say bad
elevators,
things and
and then
have a
as we're
kind of
coming
a
out,
negative rant
Old Glory
channel.
hanging
So
right above everybody walking through the
you know,
door.
I don't like to be doxxed, and you allow doxing over in your channel,
Oh
and
my
you don't
God, there's a
perceive it as
freaking
being
fake
doxing.
Trump out
So
here.
all I can say is
Yep.
not good.
Hold on, I'm getting them.
You know, like, don't attack me. Like, I'm not the bad guy. I'm just a guy that's out here with a simple channel
There he is,
telling you
guys.
what's going on.
Oh, it's dead ass serious too.
But let me find that
Face,
feed.
though.
That would
That
be
face, man.
a good one to put up there.
I love it. That's great, dude. They got the Trump out here. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, everyone at home already seen it. It's funny. All right, let's do it.
Okay. Let me find that feed.
What a gig, though, huh? He figured it out. He's
You
got
would
a
definitely do
Trump
that.
mask outside Trump Towers. You become Trump. I mean, everybody needs their stick out here.
Mutt, I don't go over in your channel and stir it up over there. So
All right, kids.
please don't
Who wants
come
to
over
see,
in my
look,
channel
you wanna go
and
stroll
stir it
down
up over
Fifth Ave
here.
Again, see what's going
Thank you.
on? Let me know in the chat.
Be a good boy. Live a good life.
Let's
and
go for the tour, right?
try not to attack people.
You got that?
You'll find your life will be a lot better.
We got Trump Tower here. Ready? All right, let's go find the action, Jackson. And away we go. Drop your glove. Drop your pocket. I got him with the drop your pocket. All right. This is what it feels like to walk right down the middle of Fifth Ave, guys. Pretty fun.
Treat others the way you want to be treated, Mutt. That's a good comment there, Salty. You know, hey, Mutt, I don't talk about you over here. You know, I just would like to ignore you. I didn't sub to your panel. I unsubbed from your channel. I don't watch your channel. You can talk about me all day long, and it really doesn't bother me because what I don't see, it's like if a tree falls in the forest. Does it bother
I like
you?
the old school
Do you hear it?
vehicles. They're cool,
I don't
man.
hear it. because I'm
Little
not in the
donut shops
forest.
and cafes
Okay,
and
I'm
stuff.
over
They
here
make out
on the
these
good
little-
side, talking
little
about good
vehicles.
things and trying to, sort things out and be helpful and be, kind of a purveyor of good things out
There's
there.
another church
Maybe.
here.
Maybe a Convoy
I've never
had a
been in that one
good
either. I don't know if it looks
intention.
like it's not
Maybe
open to
that's
the
what it was
public.
all about. Maybe people have good intentions. Not everyone is bad. Of course, there's lots of drama.
It's Christmas time in the city.
I'm not going to not say that there's drama. There is drama, and we'll talk about the drama that's
See,
out
this
there
is a little bit
because people
more
want to hear a
digestible,
little bit about
I
that.
believe, than some of the content
But at the
that's
end of the
being
day-
spewed out recently.
Life goes on. Take a deep breath. Relax. Have a nice day.
This is the Peninsula. What is this? Yep, the Peninsula, New York.
Here, take a deep breath.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What are we mic checking? That's a dangerous prop there.
Exactly, super. You got it.
That cop just photobombed.
And you
that
know
kid's
what?
Picture.
In the last,
So
you were
we're gonna
here
have a concert set up
yesterday.
here?
You know the feed that I did
This
yesterday
is what we do. You just
was
kind of
great.
come in the middle.
It was great.
You drop your
There
tripod,
weren't a lot of people in the
tell
feed,
everybody that you're gonna
and
go
again,
from here and go
I don't need a lot of people in the feed. If there's 2 people watching, that's enough. And okay, so you don't get as many people watching because there's not as much drama. So what? No big deal. People go in,
Hold on, back up
people
a
come
little.
in, people will go out.
Right, and the
If they
people
don't like what
picture
they're
for
seeing,
the,
if there's not as much enough drama, well, they go over to Red's channel, right? Or
There you go.
Ant's channel, or Mutt's channel, if they want drama.
Little Patriot.
And that's
we're gonna
good.
have our time,
That's good for everyone.
Jen just
They have
wanted
places to go.
actually come out and experience the city, and it is. It's nice.
Let's,
We're,
keep
we're
it
enjoying
civil.
ourselves, for sure.
And not be trying to stab people in the back. Especially me. It's like I don't believe Mutt. It's just sad that you're
Well,
still
this is my spot
attacking
now.
or trying to.
I've got the exclusive spot right here. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Let's go check out these guys over here. See if we can get some behind the scenes footage of the
Not that
players.
many people doing any kind of
who's
streaming
actually
there. Oh, what's happening? Oh,
involved
Wissy's live with a feed called Personal Responsibility. But hang on. Should we bring him up here? Oh, he's going to be up in a couple minutes here. Just let me.
Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2.
I like that. That's a good volume. No reverb. You guys are doing good. The editor, the sound guy's doing good at 14. I love it. This guy's big break right here.
Okay, stand by.
This is sweet. So cool, man.
I have to figure out what to
All
do
right,
with
so where do you wanna
the
go? You
wall
keep
here.
moving?
Stand by.
Look, they got a line to take pictures under the thing that we were just photobombing. I love it.
Oh, that worked out weird.
What happened, babe?
There we go.
Oh yeah, the little arch thing. It's cute. All right, I gotta go slow though because my foot. Got the over there.
Yeah, I know. Some people do not like Wizzy. He's a streamer.
Guys, hit that like,
He
share,
has
subscribe
views,
if you haven't already.
and
If you could share.
he's controversial. There's no doubt about that. He's going to be coming up in a couple of minutes here with his stream. Okay, let me get that other link drop there.
I can't find.
Just let me find
too
it.
many more people out here. All right, let's go see Lou again.
Well, and I gave Celtic Mutt an opportunity. Like, I didn't ban Celtic Mutt right away. I let him have his say, but
Hey, God bless, brother. Have a great day. All right, we got Lou. We hooked Lou up.
okay, let me
That's our
find
new
that
buddy.
link.
New buddy Lou out here on the streets.
Orcadilla.
Everybody at home, say a little prayer for Lou. Maybe, you know, he can get back
There's
up
a lot
on
of
his feet.
breweries,
But he's got
some
something to
really
eat
good
today.
Breweries and some really good pubs in Colorado.
I bet, man. He's hungry, dude. He got. I know. I just.
Okay, hang on. I've
someone
never
gave
subbed
him
to
one?
Orcadilla
Awesome.
before.
Awesome. He's
So,
not out here looking
yeah,
for
anybody on
whiskey.
that link,
Straight says,
click
"I
that
make
link
food
and
coffee."
give her a sub
And,
over
like,
there.
he's telling you how it is,
Give her a
man.
thumbs up.
You know, he seems pretty
I'll
sober.
just add
to me.
Orcadilla to my database here before I can put it on the screen here.
No. Don't figure it out.
Orcadilla.
Wow,
Coming
this
up.
guy's rapping like some.
I don't know anything about Orcadilla.
He's rapping in like about the Bible. That's pretty crazy. See, oh, this is St. Thomas, guys.
O-R-C-H.
This is St. Thomas Church.
O-P-Q-R-S-T or
I
E-O
think we are allowed to go in there.
O-R-C. Right
Let's
after
go check it
Oreo.
out. Now I'm
Oscar.
pretty sure.
Okay,
We're gonna go in and check out this church.
just duplicate
They're like
Oreo.
churches. It's always nice to see something different that you haven't seen before. Some people
then-
are interested in this, some people aren't. I am. Look at these doors, guys. These old wooden doors, absolutely gorgeous.
Copy that.
1866. The architecture in here and the style of design. Look at this. Look at how that was sculpted, man. The detail into those arches. Gorgeous. I wonder what the inside looks like. You guys ready to see? All right. After you guys. All right. So we got 1866, 1905.
Okay, we got
1910, I think it may be a
Orcadilla coming
renovated.
in. This is going to be weird. It'll mess up my wall here for a second.
Lots of film equipment.
Okay, we got Wizzy. It's got some audio.
I like the red, white, and blue.
Let's see what Wizzy's up to here. Sounds like he's getting his stream started.
Sterilize the sign? Yeah.
Talking with the
It was
chat.
sterilized prior to me getting it.
Let's go.
Green Eyes loves the sign. Yeah.
It's a beer. That's Jeff's favorite, but I do appreciate a good IPA.
Here's
I
Orcadilla.
love
I've never
breweries, so
watched
if I'm
this
gonna
channel
drink
before.
Beer, I will drink IPAs. I love
28
the
people
flavor of them.
watching.
I just like that I don't
Afternoon
have to
walk
drink
around the
too
village,
many.
Blue Mountain,
I can
Collingwood.
drink 2 or 3, and I feel good without having to consume so much
Where is
liquid
that?
in my
O-N.
body.
Is that
Hey, Mike.
Ontario?
How are you?
Utah
We're in
9.
Florida, Keys, nice.
Hey,
I'm jealous.
got a raid
My friend
happening
actually
over there.
lives near there. He asked me if I ever come down, he'd take me boating on his boat. But we'll see. We'll see how the new year brings.
I'll just go raid
and where
over there.
travel ends up being. Hey, Neutron, how are you? Tommy Temper. Who's Tommy Temper? Hey, Tommy Temper. Oh, Tommy Temper raid. I don't know where you're from. Thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing, you guys. Jaden, how are you? Hello, hello. Tommy Temper raid. That's awesome. I'm not sure. I'll have to hit up that channel after I finish here. But yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, guys. SG
Hey.
is in the house. How are you, SG? Oh, thank you. No problem. You can restream.
Good.
Tommy Temper.
Thank you.
I'm good with that. This is a walk around the beautiful Collingwood. We're here at the Blue Mountain Ski Resort. Just a nice walk around, very chill, relaxed Sunday afternoon. Not too sure there's really, you know, a good walk on this brisk Sunday is actually really nice. The temperature's actually not bad. I'm wearing a long sweater.
Yeah, check her out and give her a
I got, like,
sub.
a big
She's only got
kind of
547
scarf
subs,
around me.
27 people watching
But
her
other
stream
than
right
that,
there. She actually has a
it's
good
still
number of
a
people
good
watching.
walk. I got my cowboy boots on. Jeff got me cowboy boots from Texas, and they are so comfortable, and they actually keep my feet super warm. So I can appreciate these cowboy boots. They're actually, you know, spiffing. I mean, I would have liked to have brought my
Let's get back to our
Timberlands,
chat
but
here, see what's
cowboy
happening.
boots are
Who's
good.
in the room?
So Blue Mountain
We've
Retail
got
Shop.
Noel's Gig in the
You know what
room.
this is? I
Hey,
think we're
Noel.
starting a new
Nice to
build
see you.
here. No problem,
Mix of
Tommy.
humans.
That's not a problem.
Anti-echo
It is great for a
chambers.
get away from the city life for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of everything over here.
Yeah, a
Ontario.
lot of people
Oh,
actually
okay.
have, in this area, I have a friend. He's a real estate agent, but he bought like, a
Neutron.
lot of homes.
So that's
here. He
Ontario.
actually
Oh, yeah.
rents them
A little
out.
bit of snow
He
in
has
there,
5
so it
properties
is
here.
northern climates.
And he rents them out, and he makes a good chunk. And most of his property all have hot tubs. in
Kind
it.
of
It's like
similar to me
3
here.
bedroom.
Well,
These are
actually,
nice
not
homes.
as bad as here.
And it's just around here.
Here's my
And,
view outside my
he rents
window.
them
You
out
can
for
see there's
a
lots of
decent
snow out
price,
here.
And he rents them out year round. One of them has a really nice fancy pool in it, but all his homes actually have hot tubs. So, you know, hot
Haven't
tubbing
seen Graham
outside
for a while.
when it's
I don't know what
snowing
happened to
is
Graham.
Pretty therapeutic. It's
Graham Beck.
actually an amazing experience to be outside and there's snow
That is,
around you. With a
Orcadilla
nice-
speaking, I believe.
Nice heat and steam.
This is her
going into your
feed we're
face.
listening to.
I know last time
That's
I
the
hot
first
tubbed,
time
I
I've
got
listened to her.
shit-faced drunk, and I didn't know how to get out of the hot tub. It was actually
Ah,
It's actually
that's
quite-
where I've heard the name
I don't know what
before.
you want to call it.
I didn't clue in.
Canadian
Travel Fun
rides in the
69's girlfriend,
and it was
correct?
really, yeah, it wasn't really a good time to get out of the pool.
You
out of the pool,
betcha.
out of the hot tub. I got sick. SG, I know where Jeff is, throwing up in the toilet.
Big ups.
Actually, no, he's not. He's actually, he didn't go to bed until, well, he didn't get into bed. I got into bed
Jaden.
quite
Hey,
early,
Jaden. Nice to see you.
as I wanted to enjoy,
Whoop, whoop.
I love you.
you know, some good sleep.
I love you.
He didn't get into bed, I think probably around 7.
The board is going
So
friendly
checkout
today.
time was at 11, and he woke me up and says checkout time. Anyways, I
Ah,
messaged
thanks,
the
Noel.
concierge
Got that
and asked
straight
him
now.
if I can do an extended checkout till
Jaden in the
12,
room
and
too.
he said that wasn't a problem. So I got up right away, took a shower, got ready, packed a few things, and then when it was time for Jeff to get up, I made breakfast
Well,
for us.
She's up
Before we
early,
walked out.
considering all
Got
that
some
action
stuff
last
to
night
make,
and
some
all the
breakfast
drinking
wraps.
that the two of them do.
So I had all the
She
veggies
seems to be in
and
pretty good
the
spirits this
bacon,
morning.
The bacon ham all cut up, and all I had to do was saute that and just get that prepped for him, and then for us, and I had some fruit, so it was nice. It was nice.
Okay, live.
Sonia,
You got
how are you?
WYSIWYG. He's live
Oh,
doing
your
his
birthday's a-
feed.
When's your birthday? Is it
Got
November or December?
Jersey
Sonia?
J doing his thing in New York. He's
My
on
early
a
birthday-
feed
my
that's not
birthday's
that
in-
great, a
My
little bit
birthday's
blurry,
actually December 1st.
but still he's out there
So-
giving her.
It's belated birthday.
Let
Hello,
me do a quick
Truth Warrior. How are you?
search
Thank you
of
so
feeds,
much.
see who else might be
Thank you.
live.
So this here, it looks like a place for the kids to.
Let's listen to
actually
WYSI
climb.
audio here.
White and blue. You don't like America. I don't know what your thing is. How did we violate her constitutional rights? Tell me that. Wizzy, it's because you clowns claim to be constitutionalists yet violate
Alex,
everyone's
I
constitution.
very much
How did
want
I?
to avoid that.
Are you
but I think a lot of
broad-brushing
people,
people?
are asking themselves, you know, at
Be specific,
like
Riddle.
Solzhenitsyn line.
You anonymous fuck. Have some nuts and get this interview on button there. Click on that and come on camera with me. And you can tell everybody what your beliefs are. But you won't. I know you won't. Because you can't. Because you're nothing more than a troll. You offer nothing to this conversation. You're just like Lori. You're just like Ant. You're just like AP. You all fall into the same category of nonsense. And now apparently you're mad that I have a sign on my wall that came from Lori Arnold because Lori didn't give a shit who she gave it to. Nor did she know who she invited into her house.
What? Sign on his wall.
Nor was she truthful when she tried to attack me by claiming that, you know, I sent somebody to her. Well, no. I didn't send anyone. In fact, that person wanted to meet her at a parking lot so that they didn't go to her house. Multiple times, 3 times, in fact. And she said, no, come to my house. It was still hanging up on the wall where it was, where you saw it on the live stream when they got there, because Lori was like, you know, whatever.
Steve Oatley's ranting about the terror attack on the power stations. Maybe we'll pop into him.
Peter, I love it.
See what he's ranting about.
Wizzy, what if I told you I've got more Trump gear than you? No, it doesn't matter to me. Why do you like, what in your head makes you think that I give 2 shits about that? I don't judge people that way. You want to put me into some category that you know nothing about me. But you say these ludicrous things thinking that it's going to make your point. Could care less. Could care less. It can't
see the difference between
if she offered it up to anyone. And anyone,
Wizzy and me, is that Wizzy takes stands, right? He takes stands on things and then gets attacked by the opposition that doesn't like his stands.
Is a thing for you.
So
stalking by proxy.
That's where I don't effectively take the same kind of stands that he does, so I don't get attacked like he does. That's the difference. There's Steve Oatley. We've got him up here. He's ranting about the power stations.
And then Yellowstone's on tonight too. Someone said I hate Rumble.
I think he's
and I've got
at the end of his podcast there, so he's on to other stuff there now.
Or they've not been banned or hidden. I know. Check the dog, Lori. I'm pretty sure the dog. She was announcing it on her live stream. That's how we knew that the sign was.
Hey, Lion, nice to see you.
Everybody watches all these streams.
If not, Liam Singh on the rant there today, are you? I'm going to drop a link not Wizzy, but
this is the drama that has been everything.
Steve Oatley here.
TPC 76, the critters.
If you don't know about him, check out his stream, Steve Oatley.
You guys. You look for a really complex, far-fetched. You step over the truth to make up some other, like, I don't even want to say, because it's the most absurd. The one who's the best
what the hell did I do?
Is Scott.
I dropped the link to
tremendous. He passes
Steve Oatley's channel
so
in his channel.
There's a convoy.
How stupid am I?
Journalists want to understand and cover it. That's it. Occam's razor.
I didn't know you could drop links.
Explanation is
you can. How the hell did he do that?
Look for it.
I dropped his link in his channel. That's weird.
The fact that you want to create something bigger and badder. And that is the learning experience of what this sign is. She literally offered up the sign. Someone from WYSIWYG, a fan, says, "Hey, I'd like the sign." They go and get the sign. Lori lies about how they got the sign, which isn't a total lie. But the fact is that she leaves out the fact that the email and the text messages that say, "Hey, let's meet at the Walmart," and she says, no, come to my house, is the lie, right? Then I get the sign. I show the sign that I've received this sign, her sign. She then goes and lies about it. Knowing
how could I do that?
Well,
I'm not a moderator.
I heard the
I went over to Steve.
I listened to it.
Oatley's channel.
I know what
and I
happened.
his
And
link
she's
in
gonna
his
go on and
channel
she's gonna lie about
accidentally. I wanted to drop it in my
Now,
channel,
she may
but I
not
dropped it in his
remember
channel.
real well what she said.
So
it was,
he's
it was a
got
week ago, and
anybody
there was
that's
no
not a
reason why
moderator
really
can drop
commit that
links
to
in his
memory
channel.
because the person,
Oh, I
just
see,
went
but
to
it's
pick
not
up
a
the sign.
clickable link. That's all. My mistake.
But she wants to make something out of it. And this is where this learning lesson comes in. And the game is you can't bullshit people
Yeah, forgot to
and
though.
not be held accountable for it.
Tracy's in there in her little igloo.
They do it for content. Who are you really hurting by the content that you create and the bullshit you push?
Well, what it was is it showed up, but not as a clickable link. Like
Roy.
if you're not a mod and you try and put a link in the channel, the link is there, but you just can't click on it. So I think that's the only thing that
just ban
happens
'em.
to
Get
a
rid of 'em.
link.
Just
So then you have to copy the link and then paste
yeah,
it into
why
your
are
browser
you
to
here?
see it.
Riddle me this. By the way, riddle me this.
Riddle me
I don't like
this.
to watch. I get the emails from the viewers that go, hey, go watch Lori's stream at this time. Or, hey, you better turn on Lori's stream. She got something interesting to say. I don't spend hours and hours watching these streams. You think I do.
And I don't get those emails because I don't have an email to get the
I've been
able.
doing this long
luckily.
enough
So I don't
that I
have
know
to
how to
go and
back
watch
and
Lori in the middle of
I
the
know how
night.
to go in, see what I need to see. screen
People's
record,
Porch is live. Okay,
AKA
hang on. We'll put up
Scotty's,
People's Porch.
Racist
I'm game.
remarks to a woman in D.C. I just record the stuff. I screen record it because it doesn't matter if they take it down. Still got it. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It's all about intel and understanding of the situation. So,
Peachy.
riddle me this.
Wow, it's got a nice
Simple
fire going.
fact that you're an anonymous account like anyone else.
The reason why I asked that question is because
it doesn't mean
what-
squat.
under the question,
You can come in here and do whatever you want.
Said, ask a question.
I've seen you in
Oh,
all
really?
the streams.
Did it?
I've seen your
Ooh.
bullshit.
Well, at least
that you
People's
post.
Porch doesn't swear too
Fine.
much,
Knock yourself out. Ask
Bare
yourself,
minimum.
riddle me this.
Yeah, now
Who the
it's
fuck
gone.
are you
Yeah,
helping?
I took it off there because
And what cause are you
That's what we're doing here.
helping
We're testing.
to push?
Holy
go,
jeez. I don't even have a People's
make
Porch
better
on my
water running.
system here.
What are
I
you
go check
doing
the
to
laundry
improve
here,
the
y'all.
world?
Okay, I'll have to change
Riddle me
Patriot
that.
Ron into People's Porch
So it
because
did
I
come
haven't
up.
seen Patriot Ron in a long time.
And all through it, Kingham said underneath
same
that
reason.
there was a spot to ask a question.
Because, one of the reasons they do is because they're
Okay.
trying to improve their
People's Porch.
accounts, their
His audio's breaking up.
followers. They want to grow their
Captain,
channels.
we're breaking
that's
up.
why,
We're
like,
doing Warp Factor 10.
Scott and the others, they
Warp
wanna-
Factor
they
10.
wanna tag
We're
WYSIWYG
breaking up.
so that they
Captain,
I don't see how
Captain,
that's
where are
any
you?
different than
get
just-
people to block
Captain's log, stardate 3541.9.
May do some.
that drives them nuts.
Thanks for checking in.
I gotta
Kirk.
let that go for a couple minutes before I turn the water back on.
Yeah.
So we're testing and figuring it out on
Okay.
YouTube Studios.
Hey, Red.
At least I can share a screen, so we got that part figured out.
Hopefully, you're doing commentary.
Excuse me.
Green eyes. You're
Okay,
right.
we're actually listening to audio from People's Porch and Wizzy.
What else we got here? I was just
Here's,
quick.
It is. It's a new form of.
Oh, maybe I didn't
It's
save
a new
that.
form of entertainment.
Stand by.
So it's still.
And you know
screen
what?
sharing,
I guess
or
maybe
it's not?
if
See if we
that's
can
what
bring
it takes for
People's
people
Porch
to
up on
open
the
their
big
eyes
screen
and
here.
see what's going on,
Stop
then
sharing,
maybe that's
okay.
what it does take.
Which I could have just.
What the heck?
I guess right.
8G,
People are opening their eyes with the Twitter
People's
thing that's
Court.
going on.
Okay, let's see what else. we got.
8G.
It's all sort of coming to light, right? Ultimately, that's the important part.
Save.
Yeah,
the
I didn't buy
ambiance.
it. I didn't buy it. And again,
this
what
in the
Lori
cabin
forgets
one?
is that
think
she
it's
said
the
she didn't
cabin.
want any money for the sign. She was going
With
to
an
give the
ad.
sign away.
Okay.
The person who picked it up felt bad for her and
Oh,
wanted her to have some
I
money.
see what happened.
Heard the heater turn on.
And I got an early Christmas present. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My mess up.
You guys are very kind in your support.
Okay, now let's look, y'all.
Done, things you've said, the
Now I
gifts you've
see
sent,
we got
the
entire
amazing
screen,
fruitcake cookies, the T-shirts.
That's kind of strange.
I appreciate it more than anything. And Lori can say I support her, but that's just bullshit. She knows I don't support her.
See, then I got to now make this full size.
I'd like to help her.
Wonder how loud it is.
And I wish her no harm.
In comparison. Let's see if this one turned down.
Okay, let's see if we can get this going here now. Right there. There we go. I don't know why they're playing music on there, but
I can hear it.
They are. And this is the People's Porch. She's trying something new. She's got something with music. And
yeah, I can't turn it down any lower than that. That's as low as it goes.
So that's what People's Porch is up to today.
I'm actually sort of surprised how many victims there are to crime and sexual
Okay, back to Wizzy.
Assault. Right?
Sort of seems almost like a nighttime feed here. What's going on? Why are we losing? We're back to that fire feed again.
And whatever has happened to Lori, I hope she finds justice.
That was a fire that was a couple of days ago, and that's a chopper view that we were watching.
Fruitcake for Christmas, and you don't like fruitcake,
so that's kind of over now.
Feel free. I will take care of your fruitcake for you. It has a shelf life that's quite good, apparently. 673 Funkstown, Maryland, 21740 is the P.O. box. Fill the P.O. box. What? 21734. Man, that shit. 21734 is the zip code. Funkstown, Maryland, P.O. Box 673. Send all those unwanted fruitcakes my way. We'll make sure they go someplace good.
See if we can pull that Trucker G.
You know, I heard this comment that, and I've seen it come across the tweets and whatnot, like, Wizzy doesn't.
There's Trucker G audio. They're rolling today.
Going around spending my day with a victim mentality. And in fact, I've had many people reach out, and I will not share those stories. I've shared on other streams little bits and pieces. The victims of sexual assault who have reached out to me and told me their story and how they fought back and things. We had a woman who called in and shared her story.
Trucker G.
How she wasn't going to be allowed to be a victim. She
left.
wasn't going to allow herself to be a victim. In fact, she got her victim charged. It was her police detective work that caught the person who assaulted her. Right? So Lori wants to blame everyone else for the awful thing that happened to her. I had nothing to do with it. But I'm not going to stand here on my platform every day and scream at the top of, my lungs for you, Lori, and your victim mentality. You have a choice.
Put up a little Blinky. I see he's live too. Stand by for Blinky. Ooh, he's in a bit of a rainstorm. Watch out for Blinky.
And I'm sorry. I didn't have anything to do with it. You can't blame me. I haven't assaulted anyone. So.
Okay, let's see where I can put
Joan
little
makes a mean
Blinky
fruitcake.
up there.
Joan, P.O. Box 673, Funkstown, Maryland, 21743. I love fruitcake. I like dry fruitcake.
Okay, well, it looks like
moist fruitcake.
People's Porch.
I haven't met a fruitcake I do.
Actually, let's listen to People's Porch.
Got it.
I think he's doing experimenting with some kind of software there today and music. So I think we'll pull him off of there and put in little Blinky, okay? So let me just do that. Little Blinky's rolling down the highway.
You stand with the trolls, you fall with the
there
trolls.
There we go.
Just
okay, we've got two truckers up on top.
Trolls.
We've got Wizzy talking about trolls.
Designation tours.
We've got a chat. We've got some action. Oh, what's that? Brett?
Brett, I wish I understood you. You're such an angry person. And now you're like having your meltdown in my chat. State I engage in
Brett doesn't come in my chat anymore. He is absolutely blacklisting me, Tommy Temper. And look at, he's over in Wizzy's chat.
No, you can't. You choose to be a victim.
Let me see what Brett is saying over there.
From
let me read
Corsicana, Texas. Corsicana? That's a new Texas? Corsicana, Texas. That's a new one. Corsicana, Texas.
Brett is saying, Christina W., you stand with the trolls. You fall with the trolls. Just knives in the back.
That's not
troll.
The Claxton, huh? The
I'm okay with that designation towards you.
That's my go-to.
Is one of my favorite. I like
fruitcake. I don't know why I like Claxton so much. My sister sent me home with one that's
Raised
good.
Country.
It's
I openly
dry fruitcake. It's a good breakfast fruitcake.
Stayed and say I troll the trolls. I absolutely troll BTM. He trolls the trolls.
You know what, Ziggy? I might.
You know, that's funny.
I've still got
Brett,
a couple of fruitcakes left, and I've still got fruitcake cookies. Maybe
he goes into
Tuesday night stream,
left-wing chat rooms, and he chats in there and claims that he's trolling the trolls.
Fruitcake.
But if he sees anybody else in a left-wing chat room, oh, well, they're siding with the left-wingers, and they're left-wingers, and they're no longer a right-winger because they're over trolling the trolls.
Really
it's like Brett can go into anybody's room and do whatever the hell he wants, but if anybody else is seen in anybody else's room,
I don't know.
Well, they're all of a sudden bad. They're a bad guy.
Sort of not came out of hiding, but was hard to connect with and whatnot, and so.
And it's pathetic.
So we'll see. If she wants to come on Tuesday, then we won't do fruitcake.
It's just a
Tuesday.
big game.
We'll do fruitcake Thursday, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Claxton.
Christina says, Wizzy.
Butter best. Okay. That makes
Brett
sense.
thinks I'm a player
Destiny,
in this game, but the truth is, I'm just a spectator.
Fruitcake.
Yeah, exactly.
Intel.
That's kind of what I am.
Sadly,
Brett
Lori
doesn't
is
realize that, but when you have a show like this and you're putting other people up on your show, I become the spectator. I'm the spectator, and I watch everything. I watch the right, I watch the left, I watch people that are libertarian, people that are on the fence, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You didn't hear much from her. She had her pride Gadsden flag on her Jeep, and she would drive around, and you didn't really hear much. You didn't really see much from her.
Christina says, "Real Brett, I have no dogs in this fight."
And so then,
just watching it
then
all.
all of a sudden, she came out of her shell the day that TPC ended. You see that on my live stream as well. Her and the woman with all the dogs, the Chihuahuas, and I forget how many cats she had. She's now disappeared too. What was her name?
Yeah. Well, B says right's the same as the left, left's the same as the right,
what
blah,
was
blah,
her
blah.
name? The woman in the van.
Gaptooth, pissed
with
off
all the
with the
Chihuahuas
truth
on
about
the
Canada.
dashboard.
Well, Gaptooth girl, what you did wrong there, is that you kind of blatantly came out and said, Canada has no army, and I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, so I heard what you said. So to blatantly say Canada has no army, well, that's just plain wrong. Yeah, we don't have an army that is as great as the U.S.'s army, but our army is still a lot better than a lot of other countries' armies out there.
What does it
But
say? I missed
still,
something.
you know, we're under the wing of the United States. There's no doubt about that, Gaptooth Girl. But, you know, it's one thing to say that Canada is you know, a Pol Pot.
Where's that comment? I don't see it.
You know, nothing country with no army. You know, it's kind of
name on the account that said that?
offensive, you know, to Canadians to talk in that manner. We do have an army.
Oh,
We've got
but
tanks. We've
if
got
you weren't
all kind
doing it
of
intentionally,
different
why
military
were
vehicles and stuff like
you
that.
on the phone
But we
with
don't have a nuclear weapon,
lying
and we
about it
purposely
makes you an asset.
opted out of the nuclear
97% strong. You didn't,
game
Did you just join and
to
not
try
hear
and save the world from nuclear
you didn't hear what I said.
apocalypse.
Go back in the stream.
you might
you'll hear it
say.
again, but I'll say it.
So
for
that's
you
that
again,
kind of a little bit of
is that I got contact.
you know,
said, hey,
put your head on the pillow.
this
We're
person's on their way to
better
glory.
people because we don't have
They
nuclear
drove
arms.
a long way. In fact, they were that
But
committed to.
I understand where you're coming
getting
from,
the sign.
Gaptooth.
They drove a
You're
long
you're
distance
taking a poke
pick it up.
at the
So
at
we
how
all
poor
chatted
the
on the
Canadian
phone
Army is. And believe me, the
about
Canadian Army is
them
not
picking
great.
up the sign.
It's not great. It's been poorly funded and whatever over the years. Probably
Do we remember how long
because
it was from
we
when
are
they
under
offered
the
up
wing
sign
of America,
when,
right? So we don't need a great military because
sign
if
got
anything
picked
happens
up?
to Canada, the U.S. will support us. So great. We appreciate that.
couple weeks? Because I remember us talking about, you know, like when she offered it up, but I don't remember how long ago that was. Lori was occupied during TPC, lots of extracurricular activities. Yeah, I know. She's been called out for it too, but
Yeah,
it's
everyone
funny, like,
is
they
kind
don't
of
care.
a little bit jaded. But the problem is that Brett sits over in his channel, and he's got a pretty good audience over there, you know, and he bashes me to the point that there are a lot of good people that, you know, were watching me, and we're over here and we're friends and whatever, but they listen to Brett. And if Brett says that somebody's bad, well, then they all listen to him. And now Tommy Temper is such a bad guy because Tommy Temper has trolls in his chat.
Yeah, you know,
Well, big shit. Tommy Temper has everybody in his chat.
Brett's like,
You know, just because I
he gets upset when I say
allow free speech in my
I knew it
chat,
worked.
it's apparently a bad thing
for
now.
some reason Brent
Go
rolls
figure.
off my tongue a lot easier than Brett does.
I don't care what side of the fence
Brett
you're
was
on,
part of
you know,
the,
as long as you're
Canadian
nice and not coming in here to try and dox me or other people, then you're absolutely welcome.
and then started live streaming to share that information with everybody easier than, I don't know, whatever he said. But Brett,
There you go. There's
Brett is,
Gaptooth saying,
angry
I love
person.
Canadians. So
and
at the end of it all, Gaptooth is being a little bit compassionate there. That's good. I love that.
Brett, you should take your own.
And by the way, I'd restream you more, but I can't
I get
restream
that. I get
music.
I get
So your music
Brett's concern.
music ones I
just-
can't restream because
I
I'll get a strike
disagree
for that.
with How Brett is going
But
about doing
otherwise, I love
and where he spends his time.
the stuff that you do, Gaptooth Girl. And I heard your story about your life and you know, your trials and tribulations in your life that you've had to gone through. And I honestly have a different thought in my mind about you. I have a different sense of that I maybe know you a little bit better. You don't know anything about me, but I probably know you a lot better by the way you've talked about yourself and your background.
It has, right, Brett? Like, find another outlet, find another group of people that haven't heard, you know,
Andrew's the spectator.
about what's going on and your issue.
Yeah. You don't get
But
lashed
also,
out
too,
at
is like,
if you're just a spectator.
You know, the reason the QAnon people don't last very long is they can't help themselves but to
Absolutely.
go instantly to these.
You know, like like I knew what you were doing. You were just coming out with
conspiracies.
kind of tongue in cheek a little
Some of
bit, you
which
know.
have been
But
proven right. I'm not saying
Brett
that.
took you
But
seriously and then went on
you
an
approach
attack
somebody
rampage
to
based
try
on
to
your
onboard
comments
them
there.
to
But you
your
know, I
idea,
knew
your
that you were
cause.
a
And
little bit
if
tongue
you
in cheek there,
instantly
making fun of us
freak
Canucks.
them out. Baby steps. You gotta give them a little bit of time, right? you come on so strong.
Yeah, that's good. It's just too bad that I don't have
That,
a great audience
you've
here
already lost.
to
You're
hear your
not gonna
comments. But
sell
people
your
do
idea
watch
to
my
somebody,
broadcast later,
that way, in my
so
opinion.
people will see what's going on. But that's good to
People
hear
aren't
that.
ready for that. Or they've been conditioned to automatically discredit you based on
People like drama. It's the drama that people are listening to.
honest, real, and
They
true.
really, really love
Understand the
to
concept
hear people
of
get bashed
having each other's
and
backs.
put down.
Unlike so many fake trolls, like we the real people. Brett, I agree with you. Man, I have seen this from the beginning. The trolls, and we literally watched and listened to.
Well,
the
that's
group
just
at
it,
BTM
Gaptooth Girl. The
talk about their
content
intentions and
has
what they were trying to do.
become
That's
the
just one
drama,
part of it,
right? The drama is
right?
the content.
They even acknowledge,
And even for
trying to
Ant
shut
and
down
Lori
these
and Vaughn, it's all about
Right?
the drama.
I've been trying to get people to understand
and
this for a
I'm
long
not
time.
a drama creator. So because of
these
that,
Twitter accounts that I spoke
people flock
about the
over
other
to the
night
channels where the
have
drama
been
is,
doing it
and
for
they
6
love to
years.
watch the drama.
They've shutting down and discrediting anyone who doesn't believe what they believe. And yes, it creates a divide. I don't disagree with you on so many things, Brett. But like I said, you're so
Yeah, good, Tracy. Because Tracy, I see you all over the place in everybody's
that you
rooms,
can't
so you hear
understand the
what's being said about
you can be
me
just as bad
by
as
others.
they can be.
And usually,
And
I
I mean
just
the critters,
ignore what people say and shrug it off, and put it in that basket
worse.
of, what people say today is going to be water off a duck's back. Tomorrow, you're going to forget about it, and life goes on,
So how you go about convincing people that you're right isn't working anymore, Brett. You just come off as a lunatic, just like Lori, just like Red, just like Ant, just like AP. I'm sure these are all great people. But you're not going to convince but a small portion of people to stand beside you because you're so
you'll do well.
out there.
You're a fighter.
Far left, far right.
Absolutely.
Right? Wherever you stand. Would you literally...
by the way, when you're doing the videos, only do those shorts vertical. Otherwise, if you're doing a regular video, do them horizontal. Because if I ever restream you, the horizontal ones look way better on the wall. In fact, I usually don't restream a vertical video.
I couldn't stand next to Red and fight
It's because it's weird.
Like,
haven't seen Fry. Yeah, Fry's been kind of working hard on his regular job, and
people to go, okay,
like
no
me,
left, no right. We're all the people.
he
versus
doesn't
the
get
politicians, right?
quite as many
You're still gonna
views
stand
on
next to
a
Red.
stream. And the reason for that is a lot of your subs, like a lot of my subs, are people that want to watch just pure Convoy stuff. So you get a lot of subs and they come in to look and they go, oh, that's not Convoy, so they don't watch your channel. So even though a channel has lots of subs, the people like a certain kind of content.
Right. So for you, where are you going to draw the line? It's like the
Save the
conversation
children
about
in
where
the channel.
where
Nice
the
to see you.
Animals we eat line is, right? Everybody has a different line as to where that might be. Some people won't eat venison.
Yeah.
Or
See you
they like
later
venison,
there.
but they won't
Gap
eat
Tooth
pork,
Girl
right?
in the channel saying
Where's
hello.
your line?
Nice to see you.
Where's your line as to who you're going to
You take care. Take care of those dogs today.
They're Americans too, technically. They're constitutionally protected.
Grab some dogs.
Where are you
But
gonna
we'll see you later. Take care.
Are they left and right? There's pedophiles on the left. There's pedophiles on the right. There's probably pedophiles on the center. I don't know. Who are you going to stand with, Brett? Or are you just going to call people out for their bullshit? Hey, Brett, by the way, you're welcome to use the interview link too. I didn't actually plan on being around this long. Lunatic Brett. changing his name up. You change your name a lot. Yes, Wizzy, I troll the BTM crowd and other assorted trolls because screw the fake liars causing problems. And no, I can actually be worse, LOL. Okay, cool. Cool. So how is that bringing your sides together? Because isn't that what you get angry with me about? Calling the left and the right, you know? So I'm confused. Like, the BTM crowd is the left, and then, you know, I don't get it. Like, you contradict yourself. Am I wrong?
Yeah, bye there, Gaptooth Girl. Nice to see you.
You can join me on camera.
Just listening to Wizzy here.
Talk to anyone,
talk about
left or
Brett.
Right. Pedophiles, not pedophiles. Whatever.
Epic.
Their views don't represent my views. If I share my views with you, that's my view. That's not on anybody else. Right?
Head over to Gaptooth. You should head over to Wizzy's channel and give Brett a blast over there.
Canadian freedom fighter. Good.
Let's see what they're saying about Brett over there in Wizzy's
Somebody
chat.
said I hated Canada. They like literally don't watch my stream. I said my best times in high school, like Canada, you know. I just like.
Oh,
again,
he changed his name to Lunatic Brett.
CMK is in the house. CKM. I want to say CMK.
Ooh, he says, I'm in High River. Bring friends and guns. You're going to need them, says Brett.
BJ says, Brett, call in and speak your mind.
Brett should call in. Brett has no problem talking his mind. He's on his channel for hours on end.
Who's threatening you now, bro?
Giving a piece of his mind to everybody. Why doesn't he just get on Wizzy's show and
shut down? They get
go at it with Wizzy.
The comments get deleted, hopefully. And I know there's mods in there paying attention. So
that's where I don't like people coming on my show and then attacking me. You know, like I don't want to be just sit here and people are gonna yell and scream and call me names and stuff and attack me right on my own show. Like Wizzy's brave to ask Brett on there.
Again, this was not my intention. And
I have to give him credit for that.
Interesting that it's gone here. Rooster, what'd you get? Let's see, got him. Christina, who's that?
Hey, Gaptooth Girl.
Fighter was making threats towards Brett. Wow. Okay. Thanks for.
We need to drop a link to your channel. I don't know if I can find you that easy.
See how that works, Brett? Welcome to my house. Christina, please call in. I just turned the phone on. I didn't have it turned on, that's why.
I can't find her channel, but mod, if there's a mod in here, and you can drop a link to that Gaptooth girl's channel, I would appreciate it. Drop a link in there so people can sub up to her. Check out that Gaptooth girl's channel.
Let's see.
If you can. She was just in the chat.
Hello?
Christina. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Is this Christina?
This is.
Yeah, right and left are
so what's
definitely
on your
not
mind?
the same
I don't
in
know
Canada.
if I missed something or
You
what,
got
but
a point there.
I did have the phone off, so what's
okay.
up?
Well, you are the one person that I've always wanted to say hi to.
Hi.
And talk to you. How are you?
I'm well. Merry Christmas.
That's fantastic. Merry Christmas.
I don't think
Happy
it's too
holidays.
early to start saying that.
I never is.
It
Why
never
not?
is.
Say
Merry
it.
Christmas.
Great. So I'm going to say something, and this is the first time I've ever spoken about this entire drama situation.
Okay.
Who is
I'm going
that?
to say this.
Yes.
One, I have never yet, and maybe you can correct me, maybe you have.
Christina
I've yet
W.
to meet any human being who's ever thought that their opinion and their feeling is wrong. Never met one person yet who said, you know what, how I feel and what I think is absolutely garbage. It's the absolute wrong way to think.
Yeah, nobody's ever done that. You're right. I agree.
Right, exactly. You know, everyone who's right thinks they're right, and everyone who's wrong thinks they're right. So.
Right, but that's the beauty of freedom in America is.
It's beautiful. Isn't
When
it?
you're wrong, you're right. When you're right, you're wrong.
Given that ability.
Right. The question is, even if we are right, and even if we do know, how much power do we really have to change it? Right? That's the question.
Sure. And
everybody knows the problem.
Is it up to you to change? Is it?
Do we have power to change it? No, we don't.
You can protest for your belief, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
that's a freedom. That's a right you have. You don't have a right to demand that, right? That's where that line is. Right? That's that boundary. Is your freedoms don't supersede someone else's freedoms. And that's what so many of us have seen in this country in the last 6 years, is that they have the freedom to take away our freedom. The Karens have overwhelmed. Right?
Well, here's my thing. If I were to compare the world and the working class, the middle class, what I see is, if I were to put it in a picture, a bunch of rats thrown in a glass aquarium with the top on it shut tight. And they can scratch, they can squeal, they can cry, they can kill each other.
Brett is commenting over there.
Who are they going to complain
Everyone be sure to jump on the hate Brett bandwagon.
Who really cares?
It's the popular thing to do, and it's convenient to blame all your BS drama and problems on the Canadian
How much
mod.
power do they even have if they all unite, right?
That's what Brett is saying.
Let's be honest.
Well, he's promoting, and he calls himself Lunatic Brett.
We can yell, we can protest, we
So,
can kill each
I don't
other,
know.
we can work together.
Yeah, I want
to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
We're
want to pause you
still
for 1 second.
in a corner.
People are
Sophie
saying,
Love
quit
says
whining,
something
Brett.
I hear a lot. Sophie Love says, if you live streaming your beliefs, we can judge you. That's not what. That's not the argument. You are free to judge and do that.
Yeah,
you're not
the
allowed
NDP
to force your beliefs on me.
really is the
I should still
lefties.
be
They want
allowed to
masks,
I'm
masking and
constitutionally
everything.
protected to have my voice.
NDP
That's
is like the liberals in
nuance. That is
Canada,
the difference.
which is like the Democrats
Shutting me
in the
down
States.
and canceling me because I don't agree with you is that line.
The only really good party in
constitutional
Canada
line.
is the Conservative Party.
I mean,
Right.
why? Here's a better question. Why is it so important for you or anyone else to have somebody else believe what you believe? If you believe it so strongly, why is it so
That's right.
important
Nobody
that
should tell you
everybody
what to
else
do.
around you has to believe it with you? 'Cause
I
if
think
you
that's the
know
danger.
something,
Right?
then you know something,
Yeah.
right? And it's yours to know. And not everybody's meant to know the same thing. Not everybody lives the same life. So not everybody
Gotcha
can put
there.
on the same
Find the
exact
right
pair of
passion.
work boots and go and do the same job.
Sure.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Right? You're never going to see a truck driver put a suit and tie on to go out and drive their rig.
Right.
But you're not
Well,
going to
find
see
the
a
right
CEO.
passion.
Doesn't mean that there
Was that
isn't
you
that truck
on,
driver that puts on a suit and tie and drives his truck,
But
right?
A CEO,
On Squirrels?
right, a CEO
Chat?
doesn't need,
With the
steel
mask?
boots and a hard hat to go sit in his office. We're all different.
Yeah.
We're all going to see things differently because we're all here for a different purpose. Now,
And
let's get
individuals.
to the drama. I'm going to
Yeah.
say something about this drama. And Brett Boyle, you can say what you want to say, but I've told you before, we've fought 1,000 times about this. I will not back bad behavior, and I am certainly not going to stand there and watch this literal wildfire of ridiculous drama
okay,
going on.
I hate to
on
say
both
it,
sides.
but
I'm literally gonna
let's
sit
face it,
back, watch it
Brett
happen, and be
is the
extremely
greatest
entertained by
troll
how ridiculous the
ever.
whole thing is.
There you go.
That's my take on it.
Tommy Temper, you can
Right?
quote me
And
on that.
I think that's
Because
Brett
I
is the
I
biggest
share the
troll
link.
ever.
Made a video for somebody. He made it.
And if you don't
for
see it,
that
and if you
individual.
don't know what he's doing, he's going
shared
into
it with that
everybody's
individual
channel,
because it was out there
modding
for
in
the public.
everybody's channel,
If you didn't want
trolling
to see it,
everybody
don't share it. It was ridiculous.
to
The whole thing was ridiculous.
what
It
he
is
wants to
ridiculous.
think.
It's getting nobody anywhere.
It's like,
there's no winners.
think my
there's
way
no losers.
or the highway.
But you know what? It's providing entertainment.
There's Gaptooth Girls channel. Thanks a lot for that drop there, G-Gap.
The fact that they are even willing to put their time into this.
Give her a
is
sub over there.
mind-boggling to me. But if you're willing to put your time into it, and you're willing to put that much emotional rage, happiness, joy, sad, frustration, why wouldn't we watch it?
Sure. Right.
Who wouldn't? It's free entertainment. That's like being offered tickets to the best show on earth for free. Who isn't going to watch it?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm sorry, Brett.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
don't do
choosing
Squirrel.
sides.
Okay.
I
just
don't
saw
care
a
that
guy
much.
on Squirrel's
Entertain me.
chat that had a mask on, and that mask looked just like the one on your
And you know, it's
avatar there.
strange because it's just too much power to give somebody that he thinks that
Patrol
my
just
opinion
goes on a chat to
and
cause
backing
arguments.
him really
Let's
matters.
listen to this
it doesn't
audio.
matter any. It doesn't matter who's on what side. To me, who is Lori Arnold? Does she have the power to change anything in my life? No. Does Ant have the power to change anything in my personal life? Can he bring the cost of fuel down?
He's not
No?
even fighting for anything that can actually affect
Well,
your life.
Even if he is, does he have the power to do anything about it? No. Well, good. Entertainment.
We're all pretty
Go
powerless as individuals, I would say,
Thank you.
you know,
That-
in
yeah,
general.
absolutely.
And I think
You see it,
that's
Super.
part of it too, though. You know, and there's a lot of conspiracy theory that would
you could ask yourself why. Why?
make that claim.
The
right?
question
You
is
know, the
why,
idea
Super.
is to separate us and
Like absolutely,
whatnot.
that's what's
Imagine
happening.
if
People are talking about it. They
BLM,
wouldn't.
Antifa,
They wouldn't be talking it on
Patriots,
WYSIWYG if
you
it wasn't
know, all of
happening.
these
So we know it's
groups
happening.
came together
But the
and
question is
said,
why?
No more.
Right. And
Enough
you know
is
how much
enough.
power they have? None.
Like, why is he doing it?
They still have nothing.
Like, what's
Well,
the
I don't know the
end
last time
goal?
Our country was united was
It's
the
okay.
election
You're just going to
time.
stir everyone
The
up and
last
get everyone
time
all
our country was
excited
united
and drama and
was
fighting.
on 9/11.
I don't think he's trying to
And the only
build his
reason we were
channel.
able to unite
Like,
as
he's
one
not
is
actively
because of
trying to
one
promote his
thing,
channel.
because we
So
all
is he doing the
hated
drama to build
same
his channel?
terrorists.
Right.
That's the
I don't
only
think
thing
so.
that united us. is
Leonard
our
Taylor?
united
Hey,
together
how's it
something.
going there, Leonard?
But right now, we
Nice to
don't
see you.
really
Thanks for
know
popping
who
in.
the enemy is. None of us. We
No.
think we know.
Right.
Is it Biden?
Your
Is it the WEF?
comments
Is
are
it
welcome,
George
Leonard.
Soros? Is it, who is it? Not a one of us knows. We can think we know. We can think we have it figured out.
Well,
but
okay,
we don't
so
know.
here, taking off of that,
We don't know.
yeah, but we've learned a little bit, right? We've learned from Elon and Twitter where the DNC was pulling strings in order to
Well, you know,
subvert
and me
change,
personally, I don't
right?
I don't say anything
What we
negative
learned from
about
Elon is what we've
Brett
already
in
known for
particular.
what?
I don't say
50, 60
negative
years?
things about
But again,
anybody
we've
for
had
that
this
matter.
intuition about it, right?
But
Now
just
that
because
there's
of who's in
evidence,
my
that
chat,
becomes a
Brett
different-
attacks me, right?
Right.
He's not
It's
attacking
sort
me
of
for
looking
my
back
views
behind the
or what
curtain
I
just a
think.
little bit.
He's
Here's this
attacking me
evidence of who did
because
what.
of what
Okay,
you
so we know.
think
You
in
know.
my
Right.
chat.
What if I showed you this evidence months ago, right? I lay it all out for you. Now you know. Who are you going to tell? Who are you going to tell? What are you
Which
gonna
is
do about it?
pretty
What, are you gonna
ridiculous.
go tell the president?
Because Brett goes into
Are you gonna
other
tell-
people's
who are
chats
you
and
gonna
says
tell?
what he
The
thinks.
FBI that's
And
involved? You're going to tell the CIA?
Oh, right.
who's
Oh,
involved?
I understand your point exactly.
Who are you going to
that
tell?
makes him
Yeah.
just as bad as anybody else, for that matter.
Who do you
Right.
complain to? Nothing.
Right.
We're powerless.
They
They don't
those
even care if
those
we
checks
know.
and balances, those systems have been
They're
destroyed,
failing.
and
Absolutely.
that's been talked about for the last 6 years.
Yeah. So what do
People-
Leonard
people who have
Taylor
much
says,
bigger
"Thank you very much for your
platforms
time and work."
and a much
Hey,
better voice than myself
this
have
isn't
been
really
trying to
time and
point this
work.
out to people
This
for a
isn't
long
work.
time.
This is just me looking at
Right.
the internet.
Do you want to know why drama?
But I have the option
on the
of
internet
just
is
flipping a
so
switch and
important
going
to us
live
right now? Why
and
we feed
letting
into
you
it?
see what I'm looking
Because
at,
of that.
right?
We-
So you're simply watching.
Because it gives us something
You're
to
surfing
focus on
with
other
Tommy
than the
Temper
fact
is what you're
that
doing.
We are completely and utterly
Surfing with Tommy Temper,
helpless.
and this is what I
And-
want to watch.
And I have to say, do you irritate me sometimes? Absolutely.
What's the
But
last
do
thing I
tune
irritated
into
you
what-
about, though? Please, I love constructive criticism.
Well, you're human, so you think your opinion's right, and you know you're.
Yeah,
just like
shouldn't have any
everybody else,
personal information of anybody
everybody frustrates
in
me
any
that
of your
to some
videos. And
degree.
if you
Anybody
do,
who's on YouTube that has a strong
not good.
opinion, I think, well,
what did you disagree with me
he's
about?
a-
What do you think I spoke about?
to be
that I
honest,
was-
I can't
Exactly.
remember. It was months ago. It was
Everybody is a
small
troll
talk,
if you
and I
don't
went,
agree.
I don't agree with that. But who cares?
Yeah.
If we agree on everything,
and it's
no,
tough
it
to be
might
fair
really just
because
feel
sometimes you
right
have to
on the
bite your
planet.
tongue and not say what you
But,
really want to
you know,
say
and then
in
I-
order
Will you promise
to
me
be
something,
fair.
though?
me crazy. Yeah,
The next
Checking
time
the
you hear
birds out
something
there.
like that, send me a message. You know, because I
Hey.
value these discussions. This is what I want more than anything. You know,
You
for
and I
people to
differ.
hear these discussions and be a part of it, right? I don't have anything to hide except for my personal life and my
Noel.
safety for my family and
Mima.
whatnot from those people who wish to do harm to others, the actual violent people in this country. But that's it.
Well,
That's-
I can't
that's-
say that I've
that's-
unsubbed from Brett
one question?
because
Sure,
You're
you don't
an
even have to.
you know
ask.
Brett has
My
never
7-year-old,
doxed me
well,
at all.
My 9-year-old.
Okay.
You know,
asked
he's
me.
definitely
You're an
throwing me under the bus.
extraordinarily
But
intelligent person.
I'm still
I don't think
subbed to
so.
Brett,
Tell
and I
me-
still, you know,
tell me
watch what he has to say.
you-
But he's pretty much laid
What-
off
what-
of
what gain do we
talking
have
about me
talking
in
about
his chats in
Arnold,
particular,
Ant,
which
Telescope, Red
which is
Squirrel?
okay.
I don't even know the players. I don't have a scoreboard just because I just don't, because it's just entertainment. It's not. It's like, you know, I don't have
Right.
the
Yeah, I
scoreboard
remember
for the
that.
young and the
Super.
restless.
Used to be
It's
good
just
buddies
something I
with him,
turn on to
but then he
entertain
kind
my
of
brain
turned
to
on
keep
you.
it, you know, distracted from the reality of
Exactly why? Well,
eggs
you know.
costing $5, diesel costing $5. You know what I mean? But
There's a moral right and a moral wrong.
what about
Exactly.
it to you?
And I have a hard time articulating it.
I think
The
you see,
simplest
Brett was kind of on the
simplest way
attack, whatever,
is-
forever, and it kind of came to a really heightened
This is a red.
Maybe this is an easier question.
where he
At
really
what
got
point did you decide to become a player?
super
in
ticked
the
off
game
with
with
everybody.
that, instead of
Whatever,
just
maybe
a
about
spectator
4 or
who
5 days
stands on
ago,
the side?
2 years ago when I started live streaming,
and it's kind of been
showing
going
what was
on
going
ever
on.
since
That's when
then.
I
And we're
decided,
kind of seeing
because
where
in
Brett
fact,
has been
you know
on the
who it was that
offensive
asked me
for
this
such a
question?
long
It's
time,
Captain
and now you're
Sparrow.
seeing
because
Wizzy
it's funny.
and others on
He's
his
like,
chat
"Chris,
starting to fight back now.
You do understand what's going to happen. I go, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to expect from this. He goes, I can't tell you what's going to happen, but it's not going to be easy. And I was like,
No,
okay, you know,
humans turn on each other like dogs. That's the way it is.
you're right.
You put anybody in the same ring.
Right.
Yeah,
Live streamers,
my wife is like
anybody.
that too.
Live
Very,
streamers will turn on each
you know,
other like dogs.
don't get
That's the
Yeah,
human
we've
nature.
seen it. We've
your
seen
name
it
out
happen.
in the
But,
public
like,
and
I
stuff like
didn't-
that. But it's you can't.
Right.
Your name gets out. People know who you
I
are.
didn't realize
People try and dox you.
what people would do to one another on the interwebs.
Oh,
in
no, there's
person.
another guy on here saying that his wife,
And I haven't changed
super
a whole
salty, saying
lot
that his wife
about
is
what I
sensitive
do.
about
And I've had
public information.
I've had the ability to have conversations with
So,
people that
You're
I've
not the only one.
been truthful and said, you know, these
That's
are
worried about,
conversations between you and I that
information.
I've had with the opposition, and had these open lines of dialogue. That it wasn't until, you know, this year that we started sort of sharing.
You know,
those
but keep in mind that
conversations and
Wizzy
getting,
is not
you know,
without his
it out in
own
the public, in the open,
views,
having these
and some people don't like
conversations.
all of his views.
I never
you know?
thought
But he's
that
generally
I would
speaking
have
right-winging.
people actively looking
right
for
wing.
me to do me harm. I would have never imagined, you know, that.
Yeah,
people
the
would
right-wing,
be
left-wing
threatening
thing.
my
You didn't hate
family and
Israel.
my child.
Well, he's big
I
on
never
the
imagined
pro-Palestine thing.
that they would actively
Myself, I'm like, I don't even want to
about
get
the
involved
things that
in
I've literally shown
Palestine-Israel
on
talk.
camera,
That's
saying
kind of
that, no,
between
that's
those
not
groups
what
of people.
was happening.
And who am I
No,
to start,
we weren't beating somebody on
suggesting
the
what they
street
should be doing.
in political violence, and then straight up lying about it and trying to hide it. They have been lying.
I feel like staying at
to
home, yeah.
everyone to say that, you know,
That's the
Antifa
term.
doesn't exist. Well, guess what? Antifa's now going to jail.
Well,
Right?
they're very well. They're well.
Mima's not
funded
voting.
group. Yes, they're a very well-funded group.
Vote.
And they
Vote,
have
vote,
their
vote, vote,
beliefs,
vote.
And they're
Always
willing
vote.
to fight to the death for them. You know, and it's unfortunate.
I would never
Because they're
suggest
being
that
used,
somebody doesn't
you know,
vote.
just like
I would say
anybody else
absolutely
in a
vote.
war. They are.
And,
they are free.
Sparrow's a cool
who
dude. I
knows?
miss
Maybe your
his
guy will
video
get in.
Streams. He doesn't stream videos.
Unless you, I guess,
No, you know
don't
why?
agree with
Because he
anything
probably doesn't wanna get in
political.
that dogfight.
Correct.
That any
Well, it's not
particular
what- it's not
party is
what he
going to be
does.
helpful.
He does something very different. He documents, right?
Who wants to get in that dogfight? My lord, it's to the death, bro.
You know, he's been around the world in that.
It's on the air for a
showing
long
what's
period of
going on,
time.
whether it's been in
That's for sure.
China, protests there,
And for
to
you.
Iraq and the war, and showing what's going on there.
Take
the
those
oil
videos
fields
down now.
burning and,
Oh, no.
Yep.
all
and
kinds
you
of
can
like.
see it. You can know about it.
Yeah,
You're just not allowed
that's
to do
just it.
nothing about it.
You have to be very careful about what info you put out. But, you know, myself, my information is all over the internet.
So,
Everybody
I mean,
knows
sometimes
who I
I
am,
watch
what I
it
am,
here,
where I live, what I
y'all
do,
going,
where I work,
Lori Arnold
you know, like
design.
everything.
Let
So
give
I'm
you
not
all
too
my
afraid
take on
of
the
what
sign
goes on.
that you
I
have
just
now.
don't want people coming in my
second
chat
she
and
gave
trying
it
to
away,
dox me with
she
my
gave
personal
up her
information
rights
in
to
my
who
own
gets to
chat,
own it and where it gets to go.
because that will
That's
get
not
you
stalking.
booted out.
That's capitalism.
No, you're right.
Now, that's capitalism. She had an item. She wanted to either sell it or make money off it. I don't know if whoever got it bought it. That would be the right thing to do.
No,
Buy
she
it.
said she didn't want any money for
Deborah
it.
Jeffrey in the room.
He's like, no, I want to give you some
We got
money.
G-Gab in
and
here, super salty.
He thought he was giving
Find
her
the right
$40.
passion.
She claims it was 50. He's like, oh, there might
Mima
have been
Flowers.
10 stuck in there, but it doesn't matter.
Whoop whoop, Leonard Taylor.
That's finest, right?
Yeah.
I have an item. I want to buy it.
Lots of people in the room.
Once that sale goes
Of course,
down,
if Brett was in here, he would say, "Your room is filled with a bunch of trolls, Tommy."
That's no longer your property.
Zero
The money
TV
you
squad.
hold for that item is now your property, and what they do with that sign is completely up to them. That's not stalking.
Like, I don't really
That's not
care what
anything.
side of the
That's
fence you sit
capitalism.
on.
That's
Oh,
it.
let's look at
Name
our
of the game.
poll.
That's how this
I
works.
forgot about our poll.
Now,
Right.
do I mean, have things
See what's
gotten
happening.
way too out of hand? 100%.
And what the hell kind of a poll is that?
You
Are
guys
you
all
right wing or
willing
left
to
wing?
go that far?
And there's no answers.
Hey,
Hang on.
once you step in the ring, all's fair. Right.
And
Now, do I?
This
I-
will remove
I
all
will
the
say
questions. Yeah,
this is one
let's
thing
confirm that.
that I will say.
Let's start
it is
another
slightly
poll.
Disappointing because I kind of see you. I saw
That's
you
funny.
when you were doing the People's Convoy as kind of a step above the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll step in that ring. I think he's too sophisticated for that. I was hoping for that. But here we are talking about Ant, Telescope, Lori, Red Squirrel, Freedom Squirrel, Brett Boyle, Queenie. You know, it's the company you keep. My suggestion to you, if I were you personally, their names would never come up on my stream again.
Right.
And if any of them were in my chat, they would be the last comments that I actually talked to. I would talk to the people that actually deserved my time.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't skip their comments and go right for the negative.
Right.
I'd feed the positive.
Okay. That last
I
thing that I put up there wasn't a poll. It was just a
And I would
comment
show 'em
thing.
how it's done.
This is a poll.
I'd be the one that stepped out of the ring and became
Okay.
and say, I'm not
I'm
even going
gonna-
to try to be a referee anymore.
Are you right wing
You
or
guys
left
wanna
wing?
go on this?
What the hell kind of a poll
There
is
you
that?
go. You
Yes
guys
or
wanna talk
no?
shit, I'm going to be your main focus probably. You're going to hate me, but you know what?
Oh, that's funny.
Refuse.
Hang on. Let me. No is
to
100%.
be a part
That's
of
funny.
it. You can keep me
I
involved.
got 2
over
votes
there.
already on the fake
You're
poll.
only going to have my name. You won't have me.
Yeah.
When you go in to vote
Our country has
answer
serious
for a new
issues.
president,
People have
that's the
serious
kind of
issues in their chat that they wanna
thing they'll have
discuss.
on there.
And I can promise you, Lori Arnold and
That's
Red
the stupidest
Squirrel
thing that
is
I've ever
not
done.
one of them. They are not the reason that these people
No.
can't afford their rent. They are not
Okay,
the
let me
reason
end
these
that
people
poll.
can't afford gas in their car.
Right.
They are not the reason.
They're not.
There's
That's funny.
enough issue. There are enough important things to talk about, and I think you're relevant enough that you don't
Can't
need
even
that drama.
Of course.
Paste it in there anymore. There we go.
No, and that's why
Are you
I,
right wing or left
for the most
wing?
part,
Okay.
try to
The answer should be
just ignore it. And,
right.
you know,
No, I'll go left first.
We still always keep up on
Left.
what's going on, and
and right.
for me, just so you understand,
Oh, you
Right.
should add another
Bring
option.
your name up, and it's hard to absorb.
I'll put another option.
But
We'll
not
put
even-
You and Red both take on Brett for the first time. My husband and I
centrist.
sat
I'll
here
just put
and
centrist,
we laughed so hard. We were like, "This is best thing."
i.e.
I've been
libertarian.
waiting months for this one. I won't lie. I was like,
Or
"Holy
no
crap,
comment.
This
Right.
is the top. This is literally Conor McGregor taking on the greatest. You know, this is the best.
Not voting.
Here we have.
Okay,
it. I waited
there we go.
months for it. Won't lie.
Yeah.
I watched it with great
Enter.
joy and anticipation.
Let's see if it works.
You know, but on the other hand, my husband.
There you go.
Why would Wissy even? Give
I can't
them
vote
the
on
time
this.
Tuesday?
I can't even
I
vote.
said, I
I
don't
try
know.
and click and
What?
nothing
You're
happens.
kidding me. You think I'm not gonna watch
So even though I
No,
made the
of course
poll,
I am.
I can't even vote on my
You know,
own
it's-
poll.
it's
There you go.
nuanced.
One vote coming in.
it's like
Centrist.
you can't get anywhere without having
First
a
one is a
conversation.
centrist,
That's always
You're
been
not
like
gonna get it.
like
like a
You're not gonna get
libertarian,
anywhere with a
somebody that's right in the middle of
Not in that range.
left wing, right wing.
But look, you know, the minute you give up,
Let's leave it up there
you
for a while,
fail,
and we'll see what
right?
happens. 4 votes
So
coming in.
If you keep trying, at least you're not immediately knowing the
Wow,
outcome by
split
giving up.
between center and right.
I would say if you guys want to come to me, here I am.
This should be interesting.
But don't
Leave it
expect
up
me
there
to
for a
come
while
with
and see what
that
happens.
with You guys,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
way too sophisticated. I'm way too good for that. I'm reaching for a higher.
17
level.
people
I
in
don't
the
need
chat.
that
Sometimes
Thanks
you
for
gotta,
popping
you
in.
got to be the one to throw out the
Watching
you know,
Wizzy.
the life raft, the life ring.
Yeah.
You know,
There's no,
you
there's
can't-
no life.
I know if I sit here waiting on them to come to me, it's not going to happen. You know, it may not happen.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's
Leonard,
a
you're
fire
still on
extinguisher,
that.
like, hey, I
Oh my
grabbed the fire
gosh.
extinguisher. Well, you know that's a factory fire.
I
right?
hear
It's
you.
a chemical
Well, you
factory
got your
fire.
word out,
Oh,
Leonard.
you mean the fire extinguisher's not going to work? No, probably not. No.
Leave it at that.
But
You know.
still, you know, you got to piss on it
'Cause
and
it's
try.
wildfire.
It's something, right? It's at least doing
Well,
something. And I'm not really willing to. If I was willing to give up, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, let's be
That's what it
positive.
comes down
That's
to.
why I stand.
Because
Let's
there's
be
no reason.
positive.
It does no good, right?
Yeah, and Brett's tried to drag me into it. I mean, he's brought my name up in his streams many times. He
Sure.
will again.
Sure.
But I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't a one of them that is strong enough or smart enough to drag me into that mousetrap.
Well, the only people that are trying to do me harm right now are the people
They
that
can
say,
bring my name up
we
1,000
don't like
times.
somebody
won't
that
get
you
it
have
because
in your
I've got
chat.
bigger things to worry
So
about.
we're
Do you
going to
know why I
attack
do
you
what I do?
because you have somebody in your
Or
chat
why I
that
have
is saying
been
stuff
doing
that we
what
don't
I've
like.
been up to.
So that's how I get attacked.
Well, I mean, it's got to be quite lucrative. It's got to be interesting. You meet
No. No,
information out
you
there.
haven't really been watching. I've said over and over again why I do what I do.
Why
Let's
do
check
you?
that Jeff live there,
Because
Salty.
nobody else was doing it. Nobody else was showing what the fuck was going on. Nobody was showing the Antifa, you know, terrorists out in the street.
Well, it's a dangerous place
Yeah,
to put
Christina's
yourself.
been around.
Sure.
I don't know if
Christina
anybody-
But the
W
mainstream news
actually
wouldn't do it.
modded for, you remember
Well, I mean, what about
Dave,
Portland, Andy?
the shed
That was
in the
Portland.
Ottawa
That was
convoy?
Portland. The Detroit,
Well, she
you
was
know,
a big mod
pardon,
in
Los Angeles,
the shed's
news. They
room,
they stopped
big
showing
room
what was
with
going on.
literally
People
hundreds of
stopped
people in the
talking
chat
about
there,
the
and she
truth
was
and showing
his
the
probably
truth.
#1 mod.
So I took a camera out there.
She's
and said,
been
well,
around.
This is what you get
And
here.
I believe
For
she's
anybody
American.
Who wants to restream it? This is what's going on right now. This is live. That's why I did what I did, and I do what I do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you going
That was
to
the
get
last
back out
poll.
there again? I think that's what everybody's waiting
The
for.
bad one.
I think as
Jim
long
Hunter
as
in the
you're
room.
safe doing it,
Hey, Jim.
I
And you
can't
might
be
be a
safe
little
anymore
more
because you've seen.
I left and right to the same bird.
You
Come
know,
on.
my constitutional right to
Come
be
on.
out there
That
is
sounds
shut
like,
down
Biden.
because you know, and here's
Come
here's the
on,
truth of that.
man.
When I go out
America's
to
a nation
Supreme
that
Court
can be
to show
defined
what's
in a
going on out
single
there,
word.
I get some
I
bitch
will
with a
put him,
whistle
put-
that wants to tell people
I know.
that wants to tell people lies and get a crowd riled up that includes pedophiles.
Eagle Whisperer. Whoop, whoop.
You know what I mean? And shut me down. The police don't protect me and keep me or allow me to have the ability to be out there. They send me away. It would be safer if you left. Right?
Christina
No,
makes a
what
point.
they meant-
Yeah, she's not a
what they
streamer.
meant
She's a mod.
was
I don't know that I've
it'll
ever seen
be
Christina streaming.
if you just give up your rights.
Correct. It's easier for them if I just give up my rights. You're absolutely correct. Right?
I know.
And then I weigh that out.
Yeah, 'cause that's-
How many
Conservative.
people are going to see this?
That's
How many
right.
people are going to understand what's
8-ball,
going on?
are you right wing?
Is it worth me risking my
I don't know
life
if that
for
8-ball.
No.
8-ball's working.
No.
What does
Absolutely
8-ball
not.
say?
It's not.
8-ball says
I've
yesterday
already
it would have been
had the
yes, but
assault
today it's
occur,
a yep.
And nobody gives two shits. So
8-ball
why,
is right
why
wing.
put myself out there and do that again? Because I'm going to show them something different? No. Watch the replay.
I mean, my favorite stream
Yeah,
I've ever
you can
done.
ask 8-ball a
I'm
question,
not gonna
by the
lie
way,
to you. The one that amused me the most.
by using that 8-ball
to this
command.
minute, I still cannot psychologically. I've been trying to analyze this for a while. Is you in a salt cave?
I'm conservative. Where's that? Well, that would be right wing.
I mean,
Right wing would be
With
conservative.
hundreds of people watching.
I know.
Tell
right?
me why.
I don't know.
No,
I've
why?
I've
None of your
seen
business.
some
This is
very
Oh, that should have been another
Yeah.
option.
This was. I mean, this.
I should have thought of
my
that.
husband and I both. We were flabbergasted as we ourselves
Right.
were watching.
We're watching. Yeah. So
We loved it.
yeah. So here's what I've figured out.
Well,
Not just
you'll be
to
using
that,
your
but to
pronouns,
why
but you'll be
streams are
using
the
them
things they
in
are.
the
How
dark
many millions of people are there
today.
in the United States?
Too many. Million.
360 million
Million.
plus whatever. In the world, there's
Yeah,
8 billion people, right? That's a lot of eyes. And there's going to be people that
That's a lot of opinions.
right.
That's a
There's
lot of opinions.
It's not okay to hurt
and
children,
people
that's for
will
sure.
Watch what if there's something that draws them in, they're there. It may not be the biggest number, but whatever. There's somebody that's sort of interested,
Live
like,
from the shed.
whether it's
Correct.
watching
Yeah,
somebody
that's what I
weld,
was thinking
like,
of.
There is an audience for
Was the name of his
everything,
channel
even
that
the
she
most
modded.
mundane.
And that's a big
Even-
channel. He has
even
literally hundreds
the
of people
idiot that
watching.
points their
And
camera
he
at the
disappeared, if
wall
you
and
noticed.
just
Ever
talks.
since
the shit streamers,
You
like,
the
because they don't want to be on
Yeah, well,
camera.
I-
Emergency
you know,
Act
they-
thing started, Live from the Shed disappeared from the air.
It's like everybody
And I
has
asked
these
Christina
feelings
about that, and
inside.
she
They
said that
have their-
he's a really
they have their
sensitive
desire to connect with
person.
people. So
And it's
not
just
that
too-
you're in a salt cave.
It's really
Learn what the salt
traumatizing,
cave
everything
was.
that's happening here right
There
now,
was a
because
chat.
he was actually
There
at
was
the
a place
convoy,
where
Yes.
people
embedded
come,
in there,
and
doing
you
streaming
became
at the
a
convoy,
subject
and now
for
with
them
all of
to
these
connect
hearings
together.
happening, he's
It's
not
even about
streaming.
the content anymore.
You're right.
That chat room
Tyson Hockley is live.
I'm glad you.
That
I'm
is-
glad you bring that up.
That's the town
I wonder
square
if
now.
Right.
That your chat room, every single live streamer, including Brett, Queenie, Ant, to where they all gather. And when I can only imagine going insane when there's nobody live.
Yeah.
Like, what are these people?
Well,
doing to
Christina doesn't
themselves?
stream,
You know,
Right.
they're just waiting for that notification.
but she's
Yes.
been modding for a long time.
We're having a town square meeting, and I can
Yeah.
say what I want to say, and you can go to the aisle
Right.
because you're not safe going to Antifa.
Hello,
right?
everybody,
You're
and
not
welcome
safe
to the
physically
stream.
going.
If you're watching
What
this,
you can do,
Oh,
you can go
Tyson
into
Hockley. Oh, I
Anarchy
think he
Princesses. You can go into
just finished
Telescopes.
his
You
stream.
can go into their chat.
But
if
check
they
it out.
haven't banned you, and
Mhm.
you can safely state your opinion.
And it
in
looks
a
like he's
chat
doing
room
a sit-down show.
from the safety of your home and be heard.
Yeah.
And you're going to be attacked, and you're going to be ran out of
Have
town.
been. Right. Yeah.
But you are physically
So
not
yeah,
gonna have a
if I
bullet.
put him up, it's
Correct.
just going to be
Exactly.
him sitting there
And
doing
that's
his
a
certain
sit-down
amount of
show.
safety,
But check out
and
Tyson
we've
Hockley.
all learned
Link is dropped.
And it's I just want to add this point to what you were saying about the live chat is that's one of the reasons why Rooster will do a premiere rather than just posting a video, because it gives people the ability to be in that live chat, watch it and share their beliefs and their ideas with everyone else during that premiere.
Right.
And so many
Wizzy,
people
you
don't
could
get that,
live
like-
stream from a trash
Oh,
can,
you don't vote,
and
but
you
you're
know who's
right
gonna
wing.
be in your chat
Gotcha.
room? Every single
But
one
you're
of those
not
people
voting.
is going to be in that chat room. And
Yeah.
you know what?
Because it's
They're gonna
team
love it.
Find the
WYSIWYG.
right
It's
passion.
the
Thanks for
community
popping
that's
in.
been
Nice
created.
to see ya.
It's the town
You
square.
have a
Yeah.
And you
good
know
day.
Who else is going to be there? Brett's going to come in.
Yeah.
Ant's going to come in.
Right.
They're all going to be there because nobody wants to be. They all have FOMO, the fear of being left out.
Right.
That's
And
what
I
they
get
all
that.
have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I say to you, whether I agree or
Yeah,
disagree,
what do you
to
think
all
of,
these live streamers,
Christina, Mima?
congratulations.
Do you don't like
You guys
Christina?
are
I'm
either
not
running
sure where you're coming
the
from.
city town square, the city dump,
Like
the
she's been a
playground,
mod
schools.
over here in my
Good.
channel.
Yeah.
You
So
have
like
now
I know her.
created
I've
an entirely
I've
new
never talked to her
civilization
voice to
on
voice,
the
but
internet.
chat
And it's a
wise,
beautiful to watch.
And
a
so
little
many
bit.
new
She
people
seems to
found
be.
it due to
She's
the
very
convoys.
right wing, and
I know.
opinionated.
I
but
thought it was strange how everybody.
I don't know that she's ever said anything like
I found that
off the wall. You know what I mean?
My
Like
question
pretty,
is, had they found
I think,
out
level-headed.
that one of those truck drivers 20 years ago had some bad behavior on his record that involved a child, would they have wanted to
Radlong
shut down
Gang
the entire
is
Ottawa?
doing their thing. Let's check that.
They did it over one Nazi flag.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing.
You know, there's
Am I a
thousands
troll?
and thousands of people, but you've got one guy who shows up with a Nazi flag.
Yes,
Who
you
knows
are.
what that meant? Most likely, he didn't support Nazis
Who knows?
and was calling
Doubtful.
Justin Trudeau a Nazi. But no,
Right.
The framers, the activists on the side that, you know, hates what these people are doing,
Yeah.
turns it into something
That's the weird
else,
thing.
right?
You never know who you're standing
Yeah, we're
next
not
to
trying
in
to
the
make it
crowd.
into
You
something that
never
is not,
know. And just 'cause
or
you
trying
don't-
to backstab
Hell, you
anybody.
don't know who's walking up
You
and
know.
asking to have a
In
picture
other words,
taken
we're
with
not
them.
trying to
That doesn't mean you
create
support
drama
them.
at the
Doesn't mean you
expense of other
support
people.
What they did, that means that you're
And that's the
standing
bottom
better in
line.
support of something
Right?
else.
And we
Other
have to
people
stop
are
giving credit
creating
to people
drama
who, like,
at
do
the
this
expense of
and
other
allowing that
people.
to happen, because
That's
it
what
doesn't-
all of
it
these
doesn't-
streamers are doing.
And I
Well,
see
it
and
is
hear
what
this
it
so
is.
many times, and I go, wait, that person hasn't said anything to, you know,
Well, what do we
make
know
that a
about
true
any of
statement.
us?
It's
Right. What do any of us really know about who we were in school or in our? Nobody knows. I don't know what you were like in school. I don't know what you did 20 years ago. And you know what? I don't give a crap.
BRB just needs a refresh.
I don't care what you did then.
Right.
Tell me where you're at now. Because every one of us, there's not one person in the chat room right now or anywhere in the world who is the same person today that they were 20 years ago. Unless they've been in a coma for 20 years, they are not the same person they were 20 years ago. That's just the way it is. We all change. And we're not going to be the same in 20 years as we are right now. I couldn't answer you. I'm not technologically.
No, sorry. It was. I don't know. I don't know why.
But
that did that.
I've been waiting to talk to you for a while. Brett pointed me out, and I knew it as soon as he saw my name. I knew he was going to come after me, but that's okay.
Right.
I don't understand why he gives me that much power, because I have none. I'm literally a spectator in this entire situation. I remain a spectator. I will always be a spectator. I will not get in that ring with them because it just doesn't matter to me. But I will be remained an entertained guest of it all.
Yeah.
If they're willing to live stream this drama, I will watch that free entertainment because, well, put it out there.
Right.
I'll watch it.
It's funny because I just put up a comment from AngQ that said streamers use each other for content. Frankly, we didn't. We don't. But
now,
even
let's be honest, you are now.
But even like
you are now.
Yeah, even like Tim Pool, you know, these other content creators. My rule of thumb was I never talked about other live streamers. I didn't need to.
No, you
There was
had
no
your own
point.
thing going on.
I have my own thing going on. But at some point, and others are starting to recognize this, is that one, AngQ is using this talking point that they think that this is somehow going to, you know, prove their point. It's not. Is that, you know, other streamers use bigger names to build their channels.
True. That's very true.
These critters with small channels, I don't need to talk about them because it's not, you know, it's not building my channel. It's not doing anything. I don't want to do that. I will defend my name when I feel it's necessary and push back. That's what it is for me.
Right.
I'm not part of streamer wars. If I was, I'd be making songs. I'd be making fun videos with great edits and using other people's content to create those, you know, like those attacks. That's not what I do. That's not WYSIWYG. You guys know that. So Ang you're wrong. Some
I'm
do,
wrong?
but that's not what's happening here. That's not. That's not where I'm at.
I said yeah. No, I mean like you'll use. I don't mean like you're using them as content, but let's be honest. The sign from Lori Arnold, that's content. Am I wrong or right?
No, it's making a point, trying to help Lori Arnold understand how
why
her playing.
Why do you care what she knows or doesn't know? Why is it important for you that she
because it's ultimately the big game, right? So here you had Lori was a part. It is a game, absolutely. It's a game that's been going on for a long time, and
exactly.
And on this, for me, what I tried to articulate the other night is that Lori was a part of a movement that now she's attacking, and people she's attacking. That ultimately were fighting for their freedoms because they had been shut down. And now Lori is actually doing the very same thing that got those people out there in the first place, which includes her. Right?
Yeah.
But now she's taken a role of, I don't know what you want to call it, but she's now on the opposite side of that game board.
Yeah.
And she's created an opponent, which she used to be that same person that was out there fighting for what she believed in. And the freedoms that we were seeing taken away, whether it was mandates or, constitutional right to free speech and bear arms and all these things that have
look, it's green tea,
because
so you can't see it.
held the wrong
Chroma
viewpoint from those who had the power to apparently shut down and silence you. She's now joined that movement.
Well,
using the same tactics. So my point was to show her that I don't think she's truly aware of what's been going on, how it's been happening, and how it affects her. So that's why, for me, having that sign in the background helps her to understand, hopefully.
Well, there's a little difference between Brett and Queenie. Brett, he's just plain trolling everybody.
But it's not
whereas
just about her
Queenie
understanding and learning.
is
It's about
saying
all the others
stuff. In
understanding
other words, she
and learning
says
and
stuff,
getting sort of that
and
word
then
out
people
about what's been
attack
happening in this
her
country
for
and
what
why
she
people are
says.
doing
And then
why.
she attacks
We
the
hear
people
who,
that attacked
we hear the
her
why.
for what
We
she
never hear
says.
the why. The why brings
And then
out
people
the rest
attack
of it.
me for
That's
what
I'm
Queenie says
hoping to shed light on.
Remember this.
in the chat on my channel. So that's how I kind of get embroiled in this whole thing. And I'm apparently
I understand.
to blame for what other people say.
But it
You
will
know,
frustrate
like go figure.
Now,
Figure out who your enemy is and attack your enemy. Don't attack
Troy,
somebody that has nothing to do with your war or fight.
person in any chat I have ever seen. I honestly think Troy deserves a literal award. He needs a trophy. He gets the commenter of the year. Troy is one of the funniest people I have ever seen in chat, and I have come into your chat.
Yeah.
I have come into other people's chat. Not even for you. I come for the Wizzy, but I stay for the Troy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
And you know what? You can find Troy all over the place when Wizzy's not live.
I know.
Because he's in there and he's doing his thing. And Troy is a great voice.
Yep. Troy is literally the light and darkness. It doesn't matter. If you don't like Troy, there's something wrong with you.
Troy is a mod in Wizzy's chat, and you know what? I don't even know Troy. Troy is like a non.
I love it.
I don't even know. He's not a name in my mind.
Somebody just
first time
text
that
messaged
Troy
me
comes up.
Ask Christina then why did
I'm
she
looking.
call
He's a
in to
mod
talk
in
about Brent? She could have said nothing. She needs to heed her own advice before she tell later you what to do.
Oh, what Brett does, it's just pure entertainment to me.
Right.
My thing is he gives me way too much power. I don't have the power to back anybody or not back anybody.
Yeah.
The fact is I I want him to know, for me personally, because, you know, he's black, that I personally just don't care.
Yeah.
Say what you want, Brett. You can call me a backstabber. You can call me whatever you want. I could care less. It's all entertainment to me and to everybody else. It's just entertainment. It's just YouTube. It is not going to change the fact that when I go to the fuel pumps,
no,
it's not like I
so
can
many things.
code Brett at the fuel pumps, and
Yeah.
now I can't. You know, like, oh, you've lost your fuel discount. No.
All right.
It has no power.
Listen, I gotta run. We gotta say goodbye. Thank you for calling. I appreciate you.
Yes, you have a great day.
We'll talk to you again.
That was an interesting conversation with Christina W.
Right. Hey, I gotta go pee, but apparently we have some more stuff to talk about. So let's all take a break for a few minutes. I didn't expect to do this live stream. I gotta go to the bathroom and get some more coffee, and let's take 5. We'll be back.
Well, so there you go. You're starting to hear a little bit of pushback against the Brett thing, where Brett has been pushing people for quite a while, and now we're starting to see the other side of the story, where people are starting to push back against Brett. So this should be interesting. Interesting to see how this progresses. We'll get back to Wizzy when he comes back after the break. Let's get over to the chat. See what the chat has to say about that conversation. Seems like it's not a fight for freedom. Seems like it's about growing channels. Interesting. Leonard says, best thing Tommy Temper ever did was to remove their wrenches. He's talking about Brett and Queenie. Well, Queenie's easy to figure out, you know, like I just said. It's a matter of, you know, she says stuff, people don't like what she says, they fight back at her, she fight back at him, and now you got a battle going on. Wiz has to take a whiz. Yeah. Leonard, you know, I don't think Christina W. thought that, you know, like ranting is entertainment, but she takes it as entertainment, right? It's not that she thinks, but you know, when people attack you and like a movement is being attacked and people say, well, you know, this is all garbage, you guys are not fighting for freedom, you're just a bunch of idiots that are, you know, whatever, causing drama and trouble. Well, some people go, I'm not going to take that as an insult. I'm just going to take that as entertainment and move on. So that's where people are saying that the fighting is entertainment. Guy says, hey, Tommy, what's going on? I'm surprised that you're on right now. You must be sleeping about as much as I am. 4 hours. My limit is back. My back is completely destroyed, and it's hard to sleep. Well, actually, I had a pretty good sleep. I slept from whatever, about 2 to about 10. So I got a pretty good sleep. And then whatever, saw that not much was going on there today, so I thought I'd start a stream up here and get things going. Just to say hello to everybody, see what it's going to be like, see how many people are going to pop into the stream. Please give us a sub and a thumbs up if you can. Give the channel a thumbs up. We love a thumbs up. I'm going to actually give my own channel a thumbs up. I forgot to. So let me go into the channel. You might think that I'm looking at my channel, but I'm not. I'm actually looking at StreamYard. Oh, let's see the vote. The vote is left wing 5%, right wing 48%. And what was the other one there? Centrist 14%. Not voting 33%? Wow. That's a lot of people not voting. Only 21 votes so far, though. Let's leave it up there for a while. 50% right wing, though. That's good. Only 5% left wing. Wow. Brett is always complaining that there's, your chat is full of left wing trolls. Isn't that what Brett says all the time? We're the left wing trolls. Only 5%, apparently. Go figure. Well, you have to just look at the streamer, and just say, well, is that a positive streamer or a negative streamer? Just right off the bat. Just ask yourself that question before you go into the channel. And then if it's like, well, this is a negative streamer, well, then you know what to expect when you walk into the channel, It's like BTM. Like, pretty much all the talk in BTM was like negative talk, or like a D.O.A. Everything he talks about is negative. It's all negativity. And you can say, yeah, that's a negative streamer. And you might say that I'm a negative streamer too, because we're talking about negativity, but we're just pointing out that negativity and trying to show the listeners where the negativity is actually coming from. And it's easy to fool yourself, to say that, or not know, or not even think about whether somebody is a positive or negative streamer. And then you walk into their stream and then you go, yeah. And then you start agreeing what they're saying. And then all of a sudden you become a negative person, cheering on the negativity. Yeah, copy that. No, I know you didn't say that, Leonard. No problem there.
Well, I call those mirrors, truck drivers call those mirrors training wheels, okay? I learned how to drive without those mirrors when I bought the truck that came with those mirrors. I've never used them. All right? Well,
I think we lost our Trucker G feed.
I don't use them.
I think that's gone down.
It's like most four-wheelers don't know how to use their mirrors.
Let's just double check.
There she goes again. By GPS.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me taking pictures.
No.
Yeah, Trucker G is repeat. I'll leave Trucker G up there. They're just rolling down the road anyway. Let's bring up Travel Fund 69's girlfriend.
And yeah, I'm gonna
Orkilla?
go and take Jeff home, and hopefully we can spend some more time together. If not, then I'll make my way back to Niagara. But thank you so much for joining us. It was a great walk. Tune in my next live stream. Not sure where that's going to be. Most likely will be somewhere in Niagara. Actually, no, I'm going to be out on Friday, guys. I'm actually going to be out on Friday in Toronto with Ginger Bella and her cousin. So hopefully I get to live stream that while we're out and about and having a shit old good time in Toronto. So stay tuned. Hit the like buttons. Do subscribe to my channel.
Wish you were on all the time. That way I wouldn't have to go to Red's channel when I go up and down the different channels. So I always pop in
My girlfriends are
to the red ones.
turning 40, and we're coming to
Had you a little altercation there today.
I'll be there for a week because I'm going to be road tripping because my family's there. But
well, remember, I asked in the chat whether or not I should replay Red's audio, and the chat overwhelmingly, well, not overwhelmingly, I think it was 60% said no. So we're not going to play Red's audio there.
And anybody that hasn't subscribed to ZPR509, He does have a really good channel. He walks through Nashville, the downtown cores of Nashville, and he does an amazing job. He live streams the roots and the
Can't have unity until you eliminate all the negativity. Absolutely, there, Leonard.
The daytime streams in his car, but he also
Going to do
does
this
an amazing
again.
job.
This is not drama anymore. This is serious. People are
Everybody
taking this to a new level. The focus should be on our government doing, if you want your freedom back.
Good old Southern music and
10-4.
Southern bells, you know, doing it up on the streets of Nashville. So ZPR 509 sub
James and Carla are live in New York. Copy that.
Nashville. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate you joining me.
She's going to drop here right away. So
probably Friday on February, not February, what am I saying February? On December 9th.
we'll pop them onto the screen.
Downtown Toronto, and we'll have a good time. I booked my hotel already, so it's going to be an epic weekend, epic Friday night. So yes, thank you guys for joining me, and it was a pleasure. I had a great time. Take care and see you guys soon. Bye.
Have you guys ever had cherry flavored coffee? On its own, it's too strong.
Back to WYSIWYG.
It's not that it's too strong. The flavor is too much. So what I do is
You got cherry flavored coffee. I never tried that.
Glass percolator coffee.
But I guess if you added some cherry flavor.
Old school on the stove. Use regular coffee, and then I add 3 tablespoons.
Well, it's not full of trolls, but
Michigan, Traverse City, cherry
left-wing supporters will come in here and will chat a little bit, but they don't particularly troll because I think they know better than to troll here. You know, it just doesn't happen here. It used to happen in here quite a bit, but I think the trolls kind of figured out that.
All right,
Tommy Temper is not the kind of guy that you can poke in the side and get a reaction out of.
Like Traverse
City,
what I mean? Like the red, Traverse City cherries, Michigan cherries. They have a very distinct flavor. It's not like the cocktail cherries.
In other words, don't attack me. I'm just the guy. It's like
delicious.
If I serve up crap that you don't like, okay, attack me. For
as well,
commenting in a certain manner on whatever it is we're serving up.
Or flavored coffee. But my
attack
go-to
the
has
story,
been,
not the
and
source.
Even during like Convoy, I had a cooler that there may not have been anything in
Look
it.
who pops in here.
For my coffee creamer.
The one guy that everyone thinks should not be in the chat.
Cream coffee creamer. I like that in my coffee because it's the sugar and the milk all together, and I get it to the lightness I like. I do drink black coffee once in a while.
Doofus.
Only because I'm not a creamer.
Doofus.
But it's. I'm not a coffee snob. I don't know.
If I actually did a show where I said, okay, we're going to start at this time, we're going to have actual content with
Greg, I'm
news
sorry,
stories,
can't take your call right now.
And an actual program.
We want to hear some different voices.
I think that I would probably excel. But I don't have the wherewithal to do that. I don't have the gumption, and I don't have the...
Hello, caller.
What would you call it?
You there? Oh, you gotta
I don't want the notoriety.
You gotta turn
put
down
it that way.
whatever you got playing.
And I don't want to have to pigeonhole myself into having to do shows like clockwork on a daily basis, or even like once a week. I just want to do an ad hoc show whenever I want to. Throw the live stream up and just do a show. And so be it if there's only 5 people in here. At the end of the day, we're doing what we want to do, and hey, that's the fun part about it. I'd rather have fun than to be pigeonholed into doing crap over and over all the time. You know what I mean?
Your troll level will never match Hayseeds. Like, Hayseeds is the ultimate troll. So, like, just don't compare yourself to Hayseeds.
I do not restream Dufus.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Because I'm not that mean. Like, I feel like what they did, not
then
just trolling.
Like I would if he had a part of his, like I don't restream him per se because, you know, he does his news part of it, you know.
What it is they
But if he
did
has somebody
was-
like a guest or something on his show that's interesting, then yeah, I would restream him, you know.
Yeah. Do you not see the hate in what they did?
But honestly, he's a left-wing streamer, let's face it. So I'm not really too inclined to
Your microphone
restream,
is awful. Let's see if we can
you know,
figure out how to
left-wing
control it.
programming.
Are you using a headset or something?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. I want people to be able to hear you clearly and not, you know.
That better?
That is better.
Okay.
If that's
So-
I
if that's
don't.
good, let me turn
I
it a little bit
should
here.
own a snowmobile, but I don't.
Am I
You know
good?
that?
Yes.
But
yeah.
Okay. So who was
you know,
on
like
the
if you look out my window,
Christine or Christina?
on the ground, there's no grass. It's all snow. Back on my
yeah,
deck, you
it
can
was
see
Christina,
snow that blew in there overnight.
Well,
So
I like what she
a little
had
bit
to
of
say,
drifting
because
snow
this is
in
what
there.
I wanted to say to you, Wizzy.
But amazingly enough, I do not own a snowmobile, but we own a bunch of little sleds and stuff, and I love taking my kids out. In fact, we're going to go today. We're going to go tobogganing out on the ski hills here. There's a really giant toboggan hill in our city here on the river valley.
Definitely more intelligent.
Love doing that.
And
I don't do it
this
myself, but I take the kids out
that's
and they
going on, I don't like to be
wreck their
involved in it.
backs
I
on the
try
hill.
to just completely ignore as much as I can and not talk about a lot of it because it's really fucking unnecessary. And I kind of, you know, thought that you were the same way.
I didn't
however,
catch who this is.
The last like few months, especially the last few weeks, all you do is talk about us. And guys, please stop calling me critters. Please stop associating me with the critters. I am my own individual person, and that word
The
is
critters.
really skeevy. But anyway.
Well, there's a learning opportunity there too, AP.
Good. I think we'll start
to
using
all of
critters.
this, when you were
because
in
they
your
don't like it.
TPC days and before that, you were doing professional things. You were doing
Hey, Jeff.
either freedom fighting things or you were doing, you know, your career media, whatever it is that you had going on before
You
that.
take care,
I really
man.
love Grey's Anatomy, by the way. Did you really work for them? Is that true?
Relax.
Okay. And now here you are. In the middle of this shit show, which is, you know, like a niche of a couple thousand people. Like, I can't even talk about this to people I know in real life because
Von
they're
Michelle?
like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Exactly.
I think it's Anarchy.
I clearly get that.
And just watching you just get yourself very much involved in this is
Anarchy
very, very
Princess
disappointing.
has me banned
And it
on
also
her
makes
chat
everyone
on
very
Twitch.
suspicious. And then, you know,
That's the
D.O.A,
only
you know,
person that has me
Sparrow,
banned
and, you know,
in this whole
everybody wants
world.
to know about the Ashley Babbitt thing. And so,
Believe it or not, Anarchy Princess.
you
And I
coming
asked
from-
why.
I don't know exactly
And
what
she never
your
will
history
answer me.
is. I don't know enough to really pay attention. But whatever
free
you were
to
doing
ask.
prior, well, you know, I've heard Grey's Anatomy, and I don't remember the other things. But I just always wondered how you got to here. I know you came from TPC, but like, it's just you seemed too intelligent and doing too well to be involved in this.
Well,
And
let's take that real quick. Let's
AP?
pause there, and we got all day. I'm not going.
It doesn't
anywhere.
sound
I'm not
like
rushing
her.
off this conversation.
have all
But let's
day.
let's
I
let's
want-
take it real quick because I think this is really important because I feel like you fall into that category of people that
We're just getting lots of
have
donations
made
over there.
assumptions and followed through on those assumptions, not just with me, but with a number of people. But because I know me, and I want to make sure that you understand, like, I feel like quite often you've stumbled upon the answers and haven't really noticed that you've tripped.
That
over
is
it.
AP.
And you asked that question, which is, where did I come from and where did I get started and why am I doing this? I've actually said it many times on my live streams, and I know that people don't see and they miss things. I know that. So while you're here, I want to answer that question for you. I worked in the film business, and did you see the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I did not. No,
Okay.
never even heard of it.
It was actually doing pretty good. It was a independent film sort of woke about a girl who's a lesbian and her Chinese family, and what the mother is going through, and what the mother had in her past with the girl's father, and the business that they ran, and it was a really interesting story. That was the very last movie that I did prior to COVID. I was working on that movie with mostly Chinese cast before when COVID hit. And the very last week of filming on that movie was when the 15 days to stop the spread started. 15 days and the sort of lockdown in the United States occurred. And the and then we never went back to work. Work was shut down for several months. And then I went to work on Jamie Foxx show, which was a sitcom for Netflix. And it was Netflix was trying to figure out how to get everybody back to work. And that got us back. And they used that show to set the standard for COVID and protocols and whatnot. And I was a part of that show and worked on that until it came to an end. And then I went and worked on iCarly. iCarly was one of the shows, was the last show that I worked on that allowed us to work without being vaccinated.
You worked for freaking Nickelodeon?
I didn't work for Nickelodeon. It's not a Nickelodeon show. The show was picked up and bought.
A lot of people hammer WYSIWYG when they get on. You know,
so it was a Viacom
or
show.
you know, from that AP side of things, the critter side of things. They really hammer WYSIWYG, but I don't hear that here with AP.
He was the producer, I forget his name. Yeah, that was most recently the big topic of what had happened.
Critters.
I know that the one actress, the blonde girl on the show, she didn't come back to the show. She left Hollywood in the film business apparently because of that. It was sort of tragic, but the cast and the production didn't involve itself with those people from the past. It was a whole new show. They're now adults, right? And so that was that. But that was the last show that didn't require me to be vaccinated. ABC during that time decided that if you worked on any of their shows, you had to be fully vaccinated in order to be eligible to work.
AP
And that
does not
then
allow
spread throughout
free
the film
speech in her
industry
chat
and
either. So
well,
she's out there
going
with her
back to when
yelling this, that, and the other
everything
thing.
shut down,
She seems to think that she can say
I
whatever
was
the
gone
hell
for
she
a little
wants.
while. I left
But
California
if you
because
want
I
to say
knew what
something in her
California
chat,
was doing
she
and I
just
didn't
bans
like it,
you
so I went to the
before
East
you
Coast,
even open your mouth. She
to get
bans
away
you.
from,
So shame on you,
what was
AP.
happening in
I don't have anything
California.
good to say about critters.
And when I came back, well, while I was gone, what happened was there was massive protests in Los Angeles, the Fairfax riots, a bunch of things that happened, and Steve Oatley, I became familiar with because he had what was called PT News at the time, and he was
I see.
showing
Yeah.
live streamers.
The caller. Yeah,
he was
yeah.
restreaming. He was the first restreamer that I saw.
I was trying
that had
to
all
listen
these
to her
live streams
voice
with the
and trying to
riots
see if that was AP, and it sort of didn't sound
and
like her,
so
but that is
sort of
her.
What got me started was I met another live streamer.
But that's funny
who
that
she
they're
was
not really
known
talking
as,
about the trolls, but WYSIWYG is now talking about himself and his career. See that thing in the background there? That's a road.
Katie, but she was part of the Chaz Chop. She was in there. She was
a road
running,
unit.
like,
I have one
all
of
the
those
donations that they
as
got
well. I use
and
the same thing.
organizing the Chaz Chop, whatever you want to call it. Mama Bird is what they called her. And then she actually met Villain Phoenix for the first time. Was like, hey, what are you doing? And learned about live streaming.
Roadcaster.
And I don't know if you kind of noticed some similarities. You started live streaming, doing your thing.
Lobster
but
fishing.
she picked up a camera and she started live streaming. She ended up coming to LA and then put out the word that she was looking for somebody to show her around. And I offered to show her LA, and I took my scanner and some stuff and, was there to help her. And I wanted to understand what she was doing. And she would be very much a leftist.
Steve Oatley's good. Yeah.
She was
I
part
follow
of
him. Watch him a lot.
Activist movement
He's
going on in Seattle. And
his
so
show's
her
the
and
kind of
hung out
show
for a
that I
little
could
while,
do,
and I
that
learned-
kind of a
and then
show.
when she left
But, you know,
town,
I just don't have
I had a
the
contact
wherewithal
with
to
Steve,
lash out.
and I was like, "Hey, would you be
like he
interested
has
if
the
I was able to get a camera out on the street and
the
send you a
likes
signal?"
to do,
Absolutely,
shall we say?
And so that's how I started.
You know
live
how he
streaming.
gets on there and
Was
kind
I
of
just wanted to put a
lashes out,
camera
and
there
his whole
let people
program
see
is
what
like
was going
lashing
on
out,
have
and he
Steve
gets a
or
lot of
whoever else is
followers
live
by
streaming pick that up
being that
and
kind of
show
a
what was going
podcaster.
on. So hopefully that answers your question as to how I got started and why.
It does. Thank you. And then with that, let me explain how I got started live streaming, because
Sure.
it actually involves you. And a lot of people
Oh, no.
are under the impression
Wizzy.
that I'm doing this for content, that I'm doing this for the grift, that I want attention. Mrs. Mags called me an attention whore, actually. Shout out Corinne. Hey. Oh, and hey, CKM Music. So anyway, I started following TPC back in January. I'm from upstate New York, like a super, super redneck town. And a few years before that, I had a falling out with pretty much everyone I knew, because when the, as you call it, riots were happening.
What is that? Not a proper description of what was happening? They literally were burning police cars and buildings, and you know, it was a riot.
Yeah,
Can we agree on that?
and do you think that any of that may have been staged or brought on by maybe some
Yes.
right-wing people?
No.
Who
Loud Red.
Okay, so that's why I don't have that.
Hey, Red
conversation,
Cactus.
because I do believe that. And
Beautiful.
that'll waste a lot
Really,
of
and
time.
what leads you to believe that? That's I've heard this, and again,
I mean,
this is sort
like
of
Oreo.
that denial that we've talked about, and people creating a narrative because they don't want the truth to be that, you know, left-wing violence is a thing.
So anyway, in January, I started following People's Convoy because everyone that I knew was super racist in upstate New York. And when the BLM protests
Steve
were
Oatley.
happening,
He's
there
great.
were some
What's his latest
protests
one?
that were
The
done on
Angry
the
Turnip?
highways and in the roads, right?
Mhm.
And there were people who did not support those protests.
I'm gonna have spaghetti for
and
lunch.
actually
Oh, hang
plowed
on.
through
Where's
those
my lunch?
protesters with
Where was this?
vehicles.
Where's lunch?
I don't know exactly. This happened.
Did
a
you
few
eat already?
times, but there was,
Oh.
you know, only maybe one incident where people were actually killed, and I believe it involved a tractor
Same picture.
trailer. And so anyway,
Well, wait,
a lot
wait,
of the
wait,
people,
but AP, we gotta, like, if we're gonna have a reasonable,
tell your
honest
Yeah, I know.
conversation.
There's
I let you tell your story. Just
know,
give
I
me a
loud
minute.
red space on Red Cactus's
Literally,
profile.
like, you're making claims.
It's not a claim. You can look it up. Look up the BLM protests and look.
I understand though,
was
but
a trailer that ignored all of the signs on the
Yeah, but
highway. and
Deborah,
just plowed
the-
through them
Ignored the
anyway.
wait.
The reason that
the
people get timed out or blocked is because they're
What were the road signs?
idiots,
signs,
right?
all
So
those
those idiots
signs, like,
need to be
miles away
timed out
that
or
were all
blocked.
lit up that said, "Do
But if you're
not
just
take
blocking or timing
exit
out
such
people
and such.
because
Do
you
not
just don't
take
like what they
exit
have to
such and such." And so
say,
people didn't take that exit.
it,
because the
I guess it
signs were
depends what
flashing
it is that they
emergency
say.
signs, except one tanker truck
I don't know.
decided they wanted to go
But
that way
it's obviously a
anyway, and
necessary
then
thing.
claimed it was a
Otherwise,
brake issue,
YouTube
even
wouldn't
though it was
offer it as an
miles and
option,
miles
right?
and miles.
So
And I know tractor
channel owners
trailers
need to get
cannot
rid
stop
of
on a
offensive
dime, but this person was
comments.
giving miles and miles of
And
advance
and
notice.
make sure that they saw that sign.
Yes, yeah. Okay, they missed 5 exits.
I don't know, but like,
Correcto, Mondo.
AP,
So anyway,
people
let me
standing.
tell
I know, but AP, listen, look, we may not agree, but here's the
I let
thing:
you tell the story
is
of how you became
people
a
standing
streamer
in the
and let
street
me explain
take a
myself
certain amount
to
of
people.
risk.
They think something
Who,
else
Escobar?
about me. So give me a
No,
minute.
and I understand what you're saying because I
Oh, yeah.
actually agree with you on this.
Rob, this is the bad part about it, but I want to
do
listen
agree
to
with
this
you in what you're
Wizzy thing here.
saying about people making assumptions about you as well. And it's a tactic that's used to discredit whatever you're doing and your beliefs. It's no different than calling anybody a racist, Nazi, whatever. So I hope that simultaneously you understand and can see what this game is and what it looks like that you've entered into. because it's now happening on both sides.
I like how you were talking about how, I guess, Sparrow told you it was some dangerous game or whatever. So I wanted to explain my side
divide
of
the
it
people,
to that.
and then
No,
we
I
can
know.
control the people.
Yeah, no,
Isn't that the
I
narrative?
want you to do that.
We don't agree on it, and you're just going to talk over me, and
No.
we're going to
Getting
waste
down to some frozen
We're going to have a conversation.
I let you talk for like 10 minutes. I know. And I didn't interrupt
We
you
have
at all.
fun, Red.
Okay, but
Red,
you
have
could
fun.
if you disagree.
You're all
That's
over the
part of
place.
Conversation, AP.
Because
So
I'm trying to have
you
a
have more fun.
conversation.
Right.
Olive Branch, we don't have conversations because we all just talk all over each other. So I'm letting you have a moment
Yes.
to explain yourself.
When you
because,
stand up
again,
and call
I don't-
somebody
you
racist,
may have
that
explained your past on
doesn't
your live stream.
exactly
Well, I don't know. I
bring
don't
people
watch all your
together,
shit,
does it?
Same as you don't watch all my shit, and all the people in the chat don't see everything, so they think
So,
they know
so
something.
get on with it. Get on with it.
Okay,
I
thank
understand.
you. So here we go. So anyway, I was pissed about that
Yeah,
situation.
you must really
So we
be
fast-forward a couple
aside
years. TPC
there,
shows up,
Red
and all
Cactus.
the same people that I was
Feeling
mad
a
at,
little distraught.
all of a sudden were supporting these protests. Whereas when BLM was protesting, they said that anybody who's out protesting is on welfare and doesn't have a job.
And
And
that
if
was
they're
wrong.
in our
PNN.
way, we're going to run
Yes,
them over
PNN.
because we're real patriots and we're going to work.
Yeah, nobody
And
said
I was like, bro, you're going to run over. No, my old friends literally said shit like that. I was like, you're literally, like, people I personally know, Wizzy, you're literally going to it was a whole big thing. Like, I ended a lot of friendships, including with my family, okay? So I was like, y'all are literally going to murder people just because you need to get to
Don't
work.
murder people.
And they said yes. They actually said yes. It was a very big problem in my life. I got rid of a lot of people. So now TPC shows up, and all the same people are like, yeah, the truckers protest. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you guys were against protesting a couple years ago, and now these people are doing the same thing, and it's fine. So I wanted to know, what the fuck is the People's Convoy? So I started, Googling whatever, and I find my way to YouTube. I never watched live streams. I never watched any shit like this. Like, I barely followed politics.
Right.
And the very first live stream I find on YouTube is the little psychopath Oreo Express with Today with Julius. If you remember him, he was a live streamer too.
Yep.
And they were discussing how in California that, the same thing what we were just talking about, the riots, except Oreo was talking about how him and Julius dressed up in black bloc and, joined the group. And that's why I say I don't believe that all of those riots were started by BLM or whatever. I believe there was other issues. But anyway, that made the hair on my fucking arm stand up, okay?
Right.
So I started obsessing. I have horrible ADHD. You guys all joke about Adderall and stuff. Like, that's an actual, like, medicine that saved my fucking life, okay?
Do I?
Not you. I'm talking
Okay,
to psychos.
but you said you all. So you broad brushed a bunch of people, and you put me, and you did the same thing that you're complaining about.
So her
people
issues
doing
with
to
truckers?
you're doing to me. So please don't do that, right? Let's be. I know we got to catch each other and stop each other from doing that, because it's really simple to do, isn't it?
Sure.
Right.
So anyway, yep. So I got obsessed with watching all of the live streams. Like, I was all day, every day, watching this shit, listening and shit. And we'll be here for hours if I start talking about why it bothered me. Okay? So I followed that for months. Like,
yeah,
just
drop a
watching
link
this
there.
shit on the internet, whatever, making some
you?
TikToks, some Instagram posts. Like, nobody ever saw the shit. Nobody was paying attention to me, right?
Yeah, you can. You got a wrench there, Salty.
And then I did make some calls.
I think that's why Brett is pissed off at me, because it's like Super Salty has a wrench and Brett doesn't.
Well,
so that's part of why
Christina
he's pissed off
was
at
just
me.
on the phone talking about, what is Lori going to do to
Which,
change things? What is
well,
Aunt
when you
gonna do?
badmouth
Like, are you
me,
guys gonna
don't
call
expect to
them?
have a
Are you gonna
wrench.
do that? Well, I did. I did make some calls, and I'm pretty sure that.
Like, what do you? I don't understand. You made some calls. Like, say again.
Have you ever heard of Shut the Fuck Up Friday? It's a YouTube video. You should look it up. Anyway, I'm not gonna go.
Is that the one? Is that the one where it's the attorney?
The weed attorney.
Oh, yeah, that's been going around for years.
Yeah, but So I was like in it. Okay, I was in it. Like I was. So anyway, you guys go to California to protest bad bills, right?
Right.
So I paid attention for
Which
a little
all passed,
while.
by the way.
Okay. Well, I don't know because it got boring. So I was like, they're gone. They're not doing shit anyway. So whatever. Who cares?
They passed laws that allow the death of children.
Middle of the afternoon here in my time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, so you know who Today with Julius
Oh, we got to
is?
go out. Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
I don't want to give him attention because he's like non-10 now.
We're going to
but
go
anyway.
tobogganing.
You don't like Julius, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Really?
So he's one
Yeah.
of those
What did he
people
ever
that
do to you?
He stages drama for content. He
does?
staged those.
In what way?
Yeah.
Would you please
that up.
create a little bit of
with him,
drama?
with Grant for Liberty.
That wasn't staged.
What drama?
Okay. Sure, it wasn't, Wizzy, and neither was the.
Why do you
Extra
think it
drama.
was staged?
Because I know for a fact it was staged.
How?
So anyway,
How do you know for a fact that it is? Please
Because
share
I
with
do.
me. Help me understand.
In this conversation with Today with Julius, he's whatever. But this is how it all got started again.
Wait, no.
Because I was like, what is Julius up to? It's been months. Let me talk. It's been months, right? And he put out some like really ignorant, like fascist, gross song, right? So I was like, what the fuck is this dumbass kid up to? So I start watching his shit again. And he starts
Your father is a
talking
wise
about
man.
how
Thanks, Leonard.
PCC has
Appreciate that.
split up, and some of them are now the 1776 Restoration Movement. And I'm like, what the fuck is 1776 Restoration Movement? Well, 1776 is the year the Declaration of Independence was signed, which the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
So while I'm discovering the 1776 Restoration Movement, it's the end of June. So almost the 4th of July. So I decide, what is the little psychopath Oreo up to now?
Right. I remember the
look him
day
up
you came out to the mall.
Well, that's how it started, is because I saw that Oreo was headed to DC, and I was like, why is he coming back around the 4th of July? That's very suspicious. And
July
through
6th.
obsessing over the streams again, well, no, they were here before July 6th.
Oh, yeah, multiple,
They,
yes.
the day Santa got arrested was July 6th. The day they blocked the highways was the 4th of July.
Correct.
So
They didn't go into, well, actually,
They
some
got
people
blocked.
did go
They got-
into DC on
Yeah.
the 4th.
So anyway, so I'm watching the streams wherever.
Oops, let's
They're
bring the
in
audio on. Let's check that
whatever,
poll.
middle of nowhere,
Left
doing
wing,
nothing.
7%.
And
Right
on
wing,
the 4th of
42%.
July, after days
Centrist,
of
13%.
Oreo making real
Not
sketchy
voting,
insurrectionary talk,
39%.
shout out Lazy Gamer for the word insurrection.
So that means that 39% of you are with Brett Boyle, and you believe that the right wing is the same as the left wing, and there's no reason to vote.
That one before.
Yeah,
Come
never.
on.
So Oreo goes live at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Get with the
or 4
program.
o'clock in the
Decide whether
morning,
you're
they come in.
right or
I almost
left,
said
and
all, but I said they this time. See, I'm learning.
vote
'Cause
for
I
who
went- I
you
went
believe
live
in.
About the same time as they were coming into
Yeah,
DC. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't watch your stuff. So
I know what you're going to
paying
say,
attention,
but I don't
paying
believe in
attention.
anyone.
Just
That's why I'm not voting.
Pissy pig.
Oh, cool.
Or
What's
I'm a
up,
centrist,
Jacob?
so I'm not voting.
The
So that
funny thing
means
is I've kept his rant
42
for the
plus
night
6, that's 48% of the people are actually
funny
voting.
how,
And the centrists and the not voting
They literally.
Well, see, that's the
Did you
thing.
catch that?
are
AP?
probably in the same
Drama. No, because I don't get involved in that shit.
in the
It's
same
so
barrel.
necessary
I'm sorry,
drama.
I
And if you
did too, but man,
talk about
Just
This
saying.
guy-
talk about
That's
that,
31
go
votes
away.
on the
That's
poll.
how it works. All these irrelevant little chatter internet troll people. Like it's one thing, like these people that are actually out here that we have. I've met you in person. I've met the 1776 people in person. I've met J6. All these whatever.
Check that
But these
PM.
people that are in the chat that have absolutely nothing to do with this, that are literally like threatening to murder me, like you were talking about earlier.
Nobody's going to threaten to murder you in the chat because they will be banned
your
immediately.
chat.
Oh, I might
No, but these people that have nothing to do with this and are so obsessed with us.
go
and our
to
lives,
the flea market.
Why are you so obsessed with?
Yeah,
like,
we're going to go to the
for
flea
4 days
market,
out of
and then
the
after
month?
that, I'll go tobogganing. So we'll be heading over to the flea market. And when I shut down my stream,
why
I'll
do
be
these
heading to
people
the
care
flea
that I
market.
haven't been live for 4 days, and every single chat.
So maybe
from
let's meet
Aruba
over there.
Girl to Tennessee Patriot to all the people who are actually getting views. All they're doing is talking about me and where I am.
Right.
Like I'm
you
fucking
can't understand why.
Sonic. Like what the fuck do you care what I'm doing? Why?
Because
no. The conservatives need more votes. It seems like on the left side of the field, they have no problem voting, right? And they get lots of votes on the left, and they are like pro voting. But it seems like it's the conservatives that are more likely to say, well, I'm not going to vote. But really, that hurts the conservative side. And then the
wrestling show.
The lefties end up winning. That's why you see Biden in power, and that's why you see Trudeau in power.
I keep hearing that you put on this character to go out and do these things. And so
that's what I was that's where my story was going.
Right.
So when on the 4th of July, when y'all, did your little protest blocking the highways.
Yeah, this is a right-wing channel.
Cops come up
I'm pretty sure most people know that. You just have to listen for a little while.
With him in DC.
Right. But we don't push it so far that we're so extreme right.
Should not be
we're not
acceptable
extremists.
because it's illegal. So, but the cop shaking his hand, that's weird.
Wait, go back. Say that again. The cop in DC was shaking his hand?
Yeah, I think I still have it on my Instagram. Actually,
I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to make sure because I think the cop
you're right.
also shook
It's
his
only an
hand,
opinion.
The highway patrol officer.
And opinions are like a-holes, right?
So you know police well enough to know why they do that, right?
Why?
Well, because for a police officer, creating that is like a de-escalation tactic, right?
No, they don't be shaking everybody's hands with
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
They want you to be friendly. They want that. What?
The cops and I've had a lot.
Okay, I'm going to leave the stream for a bit here. We'll leave it on. I'm just going to get ready to head out. I'm going to go out here today. So at some point the stream will drop.
The cops actually refused to shake his hand. Actually, the deputy that you speak of on the highway that responded, and that was Santa's arresting officer, actually refused to shake Santa's hand in court. At Santa's first court appearance, I was there. Santa and his lawyer, after everything was said and done and the deputy was done testifying, Santa's lawyer approached him and started speaking to him, and I can't remember the conversation right now, but anyway, Santa put his hand out to shake the cop's hand and the cop wouldn't shake it, and his lawyer said, "Oh, you're really going to disrespect him like that, man?" And the cop said, "I'm good, sir. Have a nice day."
Right.
And walked away.
Right. But again, it's not every situation, but the situation does change, whether it's, out on the street, depending on what they're trying to do. Like the cops are looking for an upper hand with everyone, right? It doesn't matter. But the simple fact in court, sure, it does. Like, I don't understand the point and why, like, you find that it makes some sort of difference. What is the purpose of that for you?
Because a handshake is a sign of respect, and I have a lot of interactions with cops and a lot of people that have interactions with cops, and I see it all day, every day, and they don't get no handshakes. They don't get no handshakes, especially in DC when they just brought a whole bunch of trucks in and caused like a big scene and things dangerous. So anyway, the 4th of July is the day they blocked the highways. That day, it was a few hours after it happened, actually, I was in front of the Supreme Court protesting with the Roe v. Wade protesters in front of the Supreme Court, okay? Unicorn Riot, do you know what Unicorn Riot is? They stuck a microphone in my face because I was getting real loud with the cops because the cops were getting very aggressive with 100-pound women. And just a few hours before that, the the 76ers had just committed a bunch of crimes and blocked 4 lanes of highways, and nothing was done. None of them were arrested. And here's
not immediately, apparently, right? Later on, we learned that was the same day.
but this is the same day. So
understand.
I'm yelling.
But
at
that does that
about
justify like, you know?
It does justify it because
Really?
we were not committing any crimes, whereas the 76ers
You
were.
sure?
Yeah. I'm 100% sure. That's why Santa was arrested, right? And why he went to jail.
Right, but I don't know the circumstances, but you're claiming that the police were being, you know, like, okay.
The police were being physically aggressive with women just with signs, okay?
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that because I've seen where
I on my Instagram and
Whistle
my
Girl
TikTok,
was one of the most egregious of those. Right.
Anyway,
but she got arrested for a reason. And we know that, you know, you'll say that she's not, you know, aggressive, but she is aggressive.
What does that do with me? Why are you bringing that up? What does that have to do with me?
But you're talking in generalities, and
you're bringing generalities of someone that has nothing to do with me. You're trying to compare me.
You were talking about 100-pound women at the Supreme Court and getting pushed around by police officers. And I've been out there. I saw that, you know, I was out there and I saw what was going on.
It wasn't aggressive like that whatsoever. And you can go back and you can watch my Instagram or my TikTok if you really want to say that it was like it wasn't. So anyway, let me finish. So that was the 4th of July. 2 days later, you guys roll into DC, okay? And I'm pissed now after what I've just seen happen. So I decide, well, since these motherfuckers said they're not going to leave DC, they're going to stay in DC, and I'm not far from there, and I've been pissed at these guys for months, I'm going to show up. So I showed up. And I said my shit to Oreo. Everybody attacked me. It went crazy. So I attacked them all fucking back. I was not live streaming. I went live on Instagram for the first time ever in my life that day. I got like 2 minutes now after what I've just seen happen. So what the fuck is that?
Sorry, we had an echo.
Yeah. So anyway, I do that on the 6th. Okay. You were in your truck. You didn't come around.
Game Dev, I'm going to shut you down because you offer zero commentary. So that's why I'll come after you. Yeah.
Me? Or
Game Dev.
Well, anyway, that's fine. You didn't come out. So then I came
You
back
can
a
just
few
send
days
everybody
later.
to my stream. They can watch over here, Game Dev.
Why are you talking about Game Dev? Is he on here?
No, don't worry. I'm, you know, I'm just doing my thing. You keep telling your story.
So the first day, I'm just there saying my thing, blah, 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 blah. The second day, same thing. So at that time, I believe it was the second time, everybody was there. Like you were like off in your truck. You ended up taking off. But fucking BCP was there, first responder,
Quick question.
Stormtrooper.
Did anybody from TBC come and disrupt your protest at the Supreme Court?
Well, here's the thing why I do this, Wizzy.
Yeah.
What 1776 restoration stands for, what TPC stands for, is taking away the rights that we have all worked to have for the last few years.
How's that?
Specifically,
what are you talking about?
The right-wing groups are fascists.
How?
They look if you want to go on the J6 thing, y'all insurrected the Capitol and are literally facing seditious charges for the first time since the Civil War. So like obviously that was a problem. You guys tried to overthrow the government.
So are you broad brushing everybody on January 6th?
There. So anyway,
I'm sorry, say that again.
I say that because you were there.
And what capacity was I there?
You were media, right?
Yes, I was covering the events of the day in DC.
Were you with BCP that day?
I did see BCP at the lunch trucks when the Proud Boys stopped and had lunch. They're so violent. They stopped and had lunch.
Were you giving him directions somewhere? Were you trying to find him while we're trying to meet up?
Was that BCP? I remember somebody I was talking to on the phone, and I said, yeah, we're over by Constitution, and trying to describe where I was at. Yes.
Yeah, he was lost and he was trying to find you.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it was. There's a video.
Right. Yeah, there's, you know, like somebody that's that Vaush kid tried to claim that I was coordinating something. I'm like, no, this is live streamer friends. I was talking to another live streamer named Eddie block.
Oh wow.
In fact, Captain Sparrow was right there too.
So Captain Sparrow was the one who said he warned you about, how crazy it was going to get.
No, he didn't. He didn't warn me. Don't take what I said out of context.
That's
Captain,
what you said, though.
No.
About it.
No.
So you talked to him about.
I did not say it like that. I said. What?
How do you know Sparrow?
How do I know Sparrow? Sparrow saw my live stream from my first interaction with Antifa
Mechanic Eric in the room.
Out on the street.
Nice to see you, Mechanic Eric.
In LA. I told the story the other night.
Super salty in there. Give him flowers. But you know what? I have to go. My wife is kicking me out of the house. I have to go with the kids tobogganing and down to the flea market.
20?
And I'd love to leave the stream running, but I can't.
So, like after,
so I think, hey, Mechanic Eric, I see that. Hi, Tommy. Nice to see you in there.
I had met
but
Katie.
the timing for my stream is terrible. I'm going to have to drop it and go to the...
they went through the jewelry district. And
go
after
to the
that,
flea market.
Sparrow sent me
bye, Tommy.
Email.
Yeah. Hi, bye.
Sent me a message.
But I'm going to have to drop the stream. So everybody head over to...
he was working on a documentary about
WYSIWYG if you want to head over there.
And
that's where the main part of the stream is coming from.
Documentary?
I'll drop a link here.
Yeah, he wanted...
Wow, why didn't you give me any attention?
Paste that in there so you can head right over there.
And he still made.
I wish that I had a way of remote controlling my show here.
But that's how.
But if I leave, everything will stay on the stream until people drop off. So then you got a big black hole on the screen with no audio.
A couple of different protests.
So what I'll do is drop the stream right now, and then I will come back up again when I'm back from the flea market.
Captain Sparrow, as he reached out to me because.
But in the meantime.
Documentary.
So, was Oreo? Did you see Oreo on January 6th?
Check out the link, and we'll see you all later.
Was he? Were his feet cold in the hotel or something?
Bye bye for now.
I did not
check out the link, and we'll see you all later when I get back from the flea market.